Hello, everybody. Hi, Cracked. How you doing? 512 giveaway? No. Actually, you know what I haven't checked? How has this been looking? I need to figure out how to better patina this. I don't know if brass is any different for flame patina. I feel like I want to give this another go. I feel like it didn't turn in enough different colors. But it seems so different. I wonder if there's anything I can do. You know, maybe that's something I'll look into today. It looks like it's decent enough weather today, but... Can I not flame patina brass wish? Can I Google that quick? Flame patina brass. I don't know if it's like totally different or not. Maybe it is different. Let's see. I think it is. I think I might have to use chemicals first, huh? Yeah, okay. Do y'all ever just... Hi, Ad, how you doing? Hi, OQ. Hi, Tan. Mr. Toes, how are you? Good. I cleaned up a lot yesterday.
Hope everyone's doing well.
Gigi. Thank you, man. I appreciate the tier 1. Thank you, dude. Also, I see your dinosaur is like the multicolored dinosaur now. Freaking awesome, dude. Thank you so much for 55 months of being here, bro. Xbox Showcase is on right now? Bro, what's the cost of an Xbox brand new these days? What's the current iteration of Xbox? Gotta have to get used to the Xbox. Holy shit! 600 and... Wait, no, is it $600 almost? Or is it $550? I don't know which one's which. I haven't looked at consoles in a long time. What's my pen holder? The pen holder, I'm glad you asked. This is the Schema pen holder. Well, not that there's anything to show you guys on this, but it's going to have... this is going to be a pen holder Bull and I are releasing with the keyboard. So it should be fairly inexpensive for what it is. Hopefully, we're hoping. But yeah, it's going to come in a bunch of different colors. Segue to W segue. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. I just got jump scared. I either left tap... Wait, really, Insty? I wonder how that's possible. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much a Xbox is these days. These look expensive, though. Such a neat-looking board on your desk. Thank you, Asterisk. Who gets an Xbox when they have PC? I get the whole console, like why you would want one. Honestly, dude, hear me out, and I know we've had this conversation before. I think consoles are something I'm even leaning towards. Like, I played on my Steam Deck yesterday, which is, I guess, considered a handheld console. Dude, I don't like sitting in... Like, I don't know how many people work from home anymore, even if it's just a few days. I find a lot of people who end up working from home typically are on the PC, like, that they play games on. If anything, they're on a laptop in the same room. I don't like being in the same place that I'm working in to play games.
I don't remember the last AAA game I paid full price for.
I paid for Forza, and honestly, I'm kind of regretting my Forza decision. Dude, I haven't actually seen how expensive the Steam... I heard about the Steam Deck's getting really expensive. Steam Deck. What did they go up to? Well, that's Stream Deck. Why did autocorrect me? Is it really, really expensive now? Best purchase I ever made like a year ago? I got mine... Holy... What the fuck? Like Canadian dollars, 1,129? What did I pay for mine? Hold on. I'm a little behind on the Steam Deck stuff. I know there was some drama on this, but I mean, like... Did I pay like half of this? Oh, it doesn't even show me. Here it is. Yeah, mine was 650 almost before tax. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I get it, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. The gaming, I don't know. Was there any good games so far that got announced on any of these things? I haven't been keeping up only because, keep it a buck with you guys, games haven't really been interesting me that much these days.
2 months, yay.
Thank you, Fire. Appreciate the Prime. Like, other than Diablo 4, some Forza, and then maybe I'm going to start playing Path of Exile. The new God of War, I have to admit, looks interesting. I would not mind playing the new God of War. But I also have not played many of the God of Wars. I've only dabbled. I actually think it... Technically, I've never played a full God of War the whole way through. I've watched playthroughs, though. So, I did play Baldur's Gate. That was really fun. Recently got a Steam Deck. I paid $500 and traded some MTG cards for it. I mean, that's a good trade, bro. Thanks for bringing me into the Mechanical Key rabbit hole. Love your vids from India. Thank you, TM. Love you, buddy. Some other AAA games, but indie is where I buy full price. I feel like indie games, usually I don't regret buying, typically. No, I don't own the new Logitech mouse. I am happy with my current mouse situation. I am currently using, I think my most used mouse right now is the Endgame Gear mouse. Second most used is actually a WL mouse. I forget the exact product model of that one there. And then third most used is the Sora V2. That's it. That's all I've really been using for mice. Nothing too crazy. I have a whole bunch of mice I've been dabbling with though, which has been fun. Yeah, I like my WL mouse. I think that's maybe gonna take top spot. What is the Endgame mouse model? This one right over here. I actually had to take out the box yesterday because I had to take out one of the extra pieces. Oh, you guys can't see. Hold on. This one. This is the mouse I've been using probably the most. I think this is like my favorite shape. I don't know. I just really like this one here. This is my fave. What about that new Angry Meow you got recently? Haven't really tried it yet. It's funny that you mentioned that. I haven't really plugged it in. It's been one of those things where I just haven't had the time, really. Can't believe how much people pay for mice these days. It's weird, bro, because I thought the same thing, and then I started getting into mice a little bit, and then I was like, I kind of get it. Like, I get why people kind of go down the rabbit hole to pick up different mice products, because they kind of do have this, like, comfort level that you have to kind of find. However, I'm actually more on the side of most of these mice end up feeling, or I guess performing, almost fucking identical. The big thing for me is shape. That's it. Shape, and then to some degree, do I like the clicks? Even that becomes a blurry line because honestly, I don't care. You know? So, but it's been a fun process. They're doing a new Gears game console exclusive. Welcome back to the console wars. I mean, we'll see. Consoles seem pretty expensive these days, though. The Endgame looks a lot like the Logitech Superlight. I don't know if it's the same shape. I haven't even tried the new Superlight. I don't know. Mice is such a slippery rabbit hole more than keyboards, because keyboards, at least you know what you're getting yourself into. Mice is like, do I like this shape or not? And that's really it. I love the keyboard windbreaker on it. Such a perfect mirror. This one here, this is Panels. Panels is so beautiful on this board. It suits it so well. A lot of them are clones of each other. Yeah, I mean, that's the other big thing too. Like, I hate to be that guy, but a lot of these brands white label. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of the smaller brands do. As someone dealing with wrist, hand / arm pain, mice shape is becoming super important for me. Yeah, and it's why I've constantly gone back to this particular slightly ergonomic shape for when I'm working. I've tried every single ergo shape, including the ball mouse. I've tried the vertical mice, everything. I do not like the vertical mice for working. It is not fun doing, like, how can I word this? Doing vertical mouse while doing like Photoshop and stuff, awful experience. I just feel like I'm not precise enough. So this has been my go-to. Panels, that's right, looks so sweet. Thanks, Kat. Appreciate you. I guess some other news. I don't actually have any other news for you guys. How you guys been? It's been a pretty just cleaning day yesterday. That is really it. Cleaning day. I organized a whole bunch of keyboards. I just started packing all of the giveaway stuff today, so I'll send out all the giveaway like notices or whatever, probably later tonight. But it's been a pretty like boring weekend. We weren't sure if it was gonna rain because they called for like thunderstorms on Saturday, and then nothing happened. Well, Schema was supposed to originally arrive Friday, and then something happened. I may have did not pay the invoice for the import fee. I didn't realize there was one. I didn't see it in my emails. So it's going to arrive tomorrow, I think. Might arrive Tuesday. But Tuesday we're going to be scheduling the build anyway, so it doesn't really matter. No packages arrived. It's one of those weekends. I think Vertical Mice trades a minor problem for a different one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on Vertical Mice. Next giveaway is at 200 subs, and it's for the Lamy TKL, which is like a big one. That's going to be a huge giveaway, because that's quite a nice board. I beat Ascension 10. We're still struggling with Ascension 4, bro. I'm so jealous. Who's been your main character, Silver? Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Fernando. I appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well, too. Just make sure FedEx isn't the one delivering your kit. Nah, dude. FedEx is not terrible around here. The more terrible one for deliveries, and it's not even the delivery drivers. I find it's when it goes to the sorting stations is UPS. They're the awful ones. Lately, I've been searching for a 250 USD bare bones kit, not the Eve 65. Something can go deep, but Neo went crazy with shipping fees. I don't even know what's going on with Neo anymore, dude. Like, I've been struggling to recommend Neo as a brand right now because they don't have, like, they have very limited stock of everything. Sinister, thank you so much for tier 1.
Heyo.
Have you guys seen anything with Neo? Actually, I'm kind of curious. Yeah, like, I have no clue what's going on. Well, I guess QWERTY keys in general, I just have no clue. It looks like they kind of did the one last keyboard iteration, which was Neo 98 and 75, and that's kind of been it. Yeah. I mean, those are still in stock, but... not gonna lie, I would recommend the new Glitter 65. Dude, the glitter is so nice. I actually do really like the Glitter 65. I'm not done taking photos with it, but genuinely, what a treat that keyboard was. I did not expect anything out of that, and I was very pleasantly surprised. Very good price, too. I play all the characters pretty equally, to be honest, but I have the easiest time with Ironclad and Silent. I play Silent when we beat A10 the other night. Shiv builds go crazy. Man, I suck with the Shiv builds. I've been playing the Necromancer guy with the minion. I forget what his name is. Maybe it's just Necromancer. But yeah, I mean, Ironclad's always an easy choice too. Pre-built QK101 I think is next. I wonder what's happening with that though. Because wasn't that supposed to come out like 2 months ago? I raid in an hour? Guess I'm watching stream while raiding? Hell yeah, Muggy. Are you reading like World of Warcraft? Now that they removed the field of click, I'm now trying to decide which colorway I want more. I really want the white and red, but I've also noticed that I tend to always get the colorways that Alex shows off. I mean, the silver and red one was awesome. I really like that one there. What's Squeeze, Silver? Is that one of the cards? I haven't unlocked everything for him. Alright, let's actually open this up because we're probably going to spend all day doing stabs. We're building an Austin today. We have... Okay, this is really heavy. Let me move some stuff out of the way. Austin is being built today. This is I believe this is a 98 or a full size. I can't remember now. But this is from Drift Mechanics. This is a client build I'm doing today. Awesome little build. Well, it's not little, but awesome build. My camera's gonna freak out, so just give it a second here. Actually, we'll just turn on the side camera. Do not go outside on Friday next week. Why? Oh, the World Cup matches go on and Blue Jays are back in. TTC is screwed. Well, luckily, I don't think I have anything at all to do this week. Thank goodness. Look at this. Oh, you know what? I did not ask the client And I don't even know if I have anything in stock for this. These have, I mean, I can always install these later, but they have LEDs on this PCB that we can install. Ah, what a good board this is. If you guys aren't familiar, this is Drift Mechanics Austin. It is such a nice board. It is simple, but it is nice. Exposed screws, nice little weight on the bottom. It's a through weight as well. Cool little indicator LEDs. Very, very fun. I miss Drift Mechanics. I really do. This is an awesome board. I think are we building it with brass? I'm not even sure today. Austin will always be one of the best 1800s. Absolutely, I hardcore agree with that. Oh, there's some LEDs. Wonderful. We're good. We have LEDs in here. Brass screws? They look like it. Got some little stickers. I'll put these back in the bag after. But we're going to put some feet on this first. Dude, you know, I kind of do miss some of these older boards. They're so good. Like, they're so simple, but so good. The light bar in the back is from Godox. It is... I have another one over here. They're just light bars. They're like RGB. You can set it to whatever you want. I got them because I had a gift card to a camera store. And if you guys are in Canada, it's a... Okay, these bubble feet are actually a pain in the butt. It's a camera store called Henry's, and like as much as I like Henry's, I think they used to be amazing for camera stuff. I haven't really wanted to shop from them in a long time just because they don't tend to have a lot of the stuff that I want. But they do have a lot of lighting compared to some of the other camera stores. That's the one thing I'll give them credit for. So I ended up buying light bars from them. I'm not gonna lie, I have no need for them. That's why they kind of sit behind me over here. But the gift card, I'm always a little bit wary with gift cards. Because listen, one time I had a gift card for another company, and they don't say they expire on them or nothing. But like, I've literally had gift cards. Like when I show up to a company and I have a gift card, and they just tell me nothing's on the card anymore, or like the card expired or some shit. I'm always a little bit like on edge with that now. We actually had a refund card because we got a refund for something, and I think it was for a brand called Canadian Tire here in Canada. And we went to go redeem the gift card, or the return card rather, I don't know, a year and a half later, because we don't shop there, really. And dude, it was expired, so. But yeah, bunch of pains in the ass that is. Bennett, how am I? I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. I literally cannot complain. This is the squeeze card. Let's see this. How are you doing, Bennett? Oh, yeah. I've gotten this card from when it generates from the, what is it called? You know, the ethereal, whatever it's called, thing? That I've got it from that. That's been cool. What is a keyboard? It's just something you type on. All right. Tire company gift card expiring is crazy. Dude, it is kind of wild when you think about it, dude. All right, I think I need to get at this plate because I think this is the plate we're building with today. I'm pretty positive. We also have 2 PCBs, so let me double check with PCBs I'm using. How to see a working computer keyboard? I don't know what you're talking about, Bennett. I really want an 1800 or 100% board, but I think at this point I want to see what Mode Prologue looks like this year before I make any decisions. I highly recommend waiting for the Prologue as well. But companies get around it with calling different things like annual fee that drains it. I think that might be it then, Phoenix. Because it was only for like $15, but yeah, we had nothing on it afterwards. They just said we can't use it. All right, I think these are both the same. Okay, I think they're the same. Yeah. I think we're just good to use whatever we want here. The Athena is nice. I think the Athena is a bit more stylized though. So I don't know how many people are like running out to it, the Athena. Does that make, I don't know, does that make sense? I like it, don't get me wrong. I think it sounded good, it looks cool, but It is a very unique looking keyboard. But it's available, and I think that's one of the nice things about the Athena, is you can just technically buy it, you know. Yeah, I know, the Austin font's really nice. I don't know if this is the right bit. It's not. It's a liability. They need to off the books ASAP. Such a bummer, man. Yeah, anytime I get gift cards now, I just try to go use them like as soon as I possibly can. Oh yeah, are these brass screws? That's freaking awesome. I was considering an Athena for a while. I have a friend who, when they saw my Athena, they went crazy for it. Like, it was their aesthetic, and they ended up buying their own. And I actually built it for them off stream. But I feel like the Athena is one of those boards where you have to really like the aesthetic. Like, really, really like it. What's up, Brad? How you doing, man? Fun today. Do you feel like we romanticize group buy keyboards and kind of poo-poo in stock for some reason? I think it is always going to be a bit of human nature to want something unique. Hear me out, you know, before we debate my thought here, because feel free and disagree. I think, even myself, I do this too, and I know that I'm not like this, like, always, but there is, like, a bit of, I think we don't necessarily romanticize group buys. I think we romanticize the idea of having something that is limited, you know? Even myself, even though it doesn't matter, there are some times where I look at a keyboard, like the 512, for example, and I kind of go, whoa, you can't get that anymore. Or, oh, only 10 were made, or whatever it is. And I think in my brain, even though I don't associate like a numerical value to that, internally I'm like, that's cool. And I think when it's in stock, you kind of lose that a little bit. You lose the idea of like, this is mine, and like I joined this particular like group buy or purchase at a time where it was like limited and you can never get this again. You feel this sense of like exclusivity, like you feel a bit more like, yeah, I was there. I agree with Phoenix on that. And I think that's why sometimes it feels cool to get stuff that's limited. Obviously, there's things that people can do to take advantage of that, which sucks. But I do think it makes things more fun. Like, you know, like I don't necessarily look at it just as like a bad thing. Like it does make things fun. And I do think that a lot of the more popular keyboards have a sense of that, even if it's by accident. I mean, look at Singa, for example. Like, Elaine does what she can with her team. But yeah, people look at Singa's stuff as just exclusive. Like, I was there kind of for this particular colorway when it dropped or whatever. It's nice that it holds, or it might even go up in value a little bit. Yeah, I see, like, this is kind of where I think, like, it also matters to some people. Is like, yeah, you can kind of look at it as, like, this thing will never lose value. But I never try to look at that because there have been times I've made purchases thinking that in the past. Zahid, thank you so much. I appreciate the 5-tier ones, man. Thank you, dude. And, you know, you look at it and you're kind of like, okay, well, now this is lost value. Because there's stuff that I've bought. Camera parts, for example. I always tell myself, oh, just buy the lens. It'll never go down in value. Sometimes it does. Sometimes nobody wants it anymore because a new one comes out. So, you know, there's always a risk you take, and I don't think it's wise to make a decision, especially for hobbyists, on like, will this go up in value? I think that's silly. I think that's a gamble, and I'm not a gambling man. All right? But I think it's fun to just live the moment and just be like, this was cool. Like, I got this in on this, and it has a story in that particular manner, you know? I look at it more from, I guess, that aspect, the storytelling aspect. Alice style or Ergo style keyboard recommendations. I don't know what's out right now for Alice stuff that's in stock. Maybe boomerangs, if they're still in stock. I think they were last time I checked. Yeah, and I agree with Phoenix on this. As long as it doesn't become obsessive, and this is, you know, maybe your mom or dad have told you this in the past. I know mine have, but everything in moderation. You don't need to go crazy, you know? Holding value to me is cope. It will probably never sell my stuff, so value is consumed. I've always looked at it, value, as like a how often will I use something or will I enjoy something? I think to me, that is my version of value, and now value doesn't necessarily translate the same to every single person. It is all, at the end of the day, preference on how you enjoy stuff, as long as you're not hurting anyone, including yourself. What do you think of the Cornix? Have you heard any issues with them? I don't know, only because I haven't really looked into it myself. I sold my Shelby 65, now I regret it. You know what, Big? If it's any consolation, there are certain keyboard things that I regret as well. My suggestion to you, unsolicited advice, is oh well. You made that decision. What's the next cool decision you can make that you won't regret? You learn from that, right? Everything in life is a learning experience, whether you want to believe it or not. Everything. Even things you regret, they're all learning experiences. And I try not to personally dwell on the past, and I hope you don't either, because I feel like that stuff kind of eats you up sometimes. I think the Shelby was inspired by a car, right? Let me just double check I'm doing it with the brass plate. Yes, brass plate for this one here. Cool. This is going to be an interesting build. Last time I built an Austin with a brass plate was a while ago. Dude, you know, in a lot of ways, there's a few drift mechanic boards that I've only ever got to build on stream for other people or prototypes that I regret not getting for myself too. Very much so. The Forever is one of them. Dude, I got to use the Forever at the Toronto meetup. I forget whose was it. I don't know if it was Phoenix's. It might have been Phoenix's. But holy crap, I missed that board. I had one for a brief moment of time. I got one, I purchased one, and then I traded it to one of my friends for something that they wanted, that I wanted at the time, which, you know, it's a regret, but, you know, it is what it is. I think the keyboard kind of needs to be built around the brass plate. A little bit. I think cherry switches will go nice with this, though. I'm not too pressed about using cherries with this. All right, let's actually do all our stabs, which... Okay, we need a lot of stabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stabs today. My Type Plus and my Agar yesterday are the most rattly stabs. Type Pluses, CJ? I am shocked, my friend. Oh! Guess what I got? So, I don't know if I kept you guys up to speed, but essentially, doing camera gear swaps for a few reasons. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The big reason is I've wanted to do macro stuff for so long, and I've been waiting for someone in Canada or just a shop somewhere that's reasonably priced. Honestly, I haven't even seen a stock of a macro lens for my Hasselblad camera. So that will be leaving my possession, which honestly, probably better for me because I feel like I've been obsessing over this one lens that I just cannot find, and it's frustrating. Picked up the Sony. Probably will end up making a few bucks from the Hasselblad, which is great. But yeah, swapped camera gears. No more Hassie. I think like I said, it was about time anyways. The lens was starting to get me all riled up. Yeah, so I have it here. Oh, left this open. So yeah, now I have it. And then the other one will be leaving my possession this weekend. Pretty cool. Very light. Sony menu system, still atrocious. I will criticize a few things having used it for the last 24 hours. Holy crap. Literally terrible. Set it and forget it. It's so frustrating how bad it is, dude. So frustrating. Come on. Okay, we'll start with these 3 first. This is empty. I need to throw that one there out. And we need my brush. Hitting menus is why I've used my X100S for the last 12 years. Bro, like, can I show you guys something quick? Look at this. Brand new camera, by the way. And this is how stupidly complex the menu system is still. Like, do we need all of this? Can we not make this feel a little better? Like, it just looks dated, bro. Like, it's just so much. Look at this. What does this even mean? CNCT while power off. Like, what does this mean? I just don't know why Sony doesn't decide, like, Creator... Do we need half of this shit? Creator Cloud connection? Like... I just don't get why Sony doesn't take, like, I don't know, a fucking year off of... I feel like a year is not even needed. A few months, maybe. Just dedicate their team to, like, making a better user interface. I've said this about Sony, and it's actually one of the reasons why I stopped using them a long time ago. However, it's gotten better now, I suppose. Their menu systems are awful. Just move all of that off to a camera app? Yeah, seriously, or something. I don't know what it is with Sony thinking people want, like, all these diverse options of things that nobody, I bet, uses. And for the people who do use them, that's great, but I feel like this stuff could be set in some sort of, like, advanced menu. Didn't know you can get TX APA 2 use only? Yeah, they come in little 3-packs. They're kind of cute. But I feel like even Fuji, which Fuji's not, I don't think, a shining example of a company that's doing menu systems right, but at least it's better to a degree. Okay. So many stabs. I know, full-size board, right? But yeah, so I've been playing with that camera. I like the Panasonic offerings for full frame and micro four thirds. I find their first party lenses nice. Sony menus were the worst thing I've ever dealt with across brands. Yep. The only reason I'm even sticking with Sony though is because I already have Sony lenses and I just don't want to repurchase a whole bunch of stuff. So like in the event, because I technically this and I have one other camera that will be my outdoor cameras. In the event I actually want to bring a Sony outside, I have lenses for it. That's the only reason I swapped them, just to save money. Oh, here. I love my Fuji menu, but it's all I know, so I can't say about others. Fuji's not that bad. I still think there are better menu systems out there for cameras, but you're paying an arm and a leg for those cameras. I had an acquaintance who was anal about Fuji and kept correcting me. Oh, are they just saying the way it's pronounced? New Doom game? Yeah, I think they were talking about that. I think that's kind of old news, no? Have you seen their app menu for the headphones? So many options. No. I've had some pretty bad experiences with Sony. I don't even... I guess the camera systems have been fine in terms of customer support that I've needed over the years. But Sony, sometimes, I don't know about them. I do not know how I feel. You know what? Just dump all this out. It's easier. There we go. The one time I've had a really bad experience with Sony was the headphones. My IEMs I bought from them a long time ago. They pawned me off to a third-party camera store because Sony did not want to deal with it, it seems. And then the third-party, not camera, IEM store, headphone store, and then that third-party repair store told me that they don't do repairs on those things, and it's just we have to repurchase one side of the IEM. Now, the IEMs were technically just outside of warranty by like a few months, and it was a manufacturer defect, and yeah, I would essentially just have to repay for half of the IEM, which was a huge turnoff. So I decided not to do it. I said screw it. Yuck. Yep. You know who actually, I've had really good experiences with Nikon. Nikon has been great over the years when it comes to customer service stuff. I don't know if you guys have any customer service horror stories when it comes to big brands, but Nikon was very nice. They made a mistake on repairing something for me and then just decided to give me a whole new camera system. Like, upgraded me too. Just because they made the mistake. My old man really wants to get into Sony camera ecosystem. I haven't looked at them in a few years. You recommend? Yes, more recent Sony cameras, I would personally say have come a long way. The old color science of Sony is now a thing of the past. I can't remember which camera system that kind of died with, but yes, I do think Sony has come a long way. Plus, there's a lot of lens choices for Sony, dude. Tons. Tons and tons and tons. A Canon? Dude, Canons are still good too. I think that 60 is still fantastic. I treated myself to, for my birthday, 2025, to my first high-end earphones. Above the $200 budget range. They broke just outside of warranty. Yeah, headphone stuff is kind of wild sometimes. It's a hobby that I don't like diving into much because I've also been riddled with issues across many headphone brands. I think Sony's too big and arrogant. I agree with that, Oz. Canon just looks so boring. This sounds really vain of me, but you know the reason why I've not really been into Canon cameras over the last, I don't know how many years I've been in camera systems? It's because I think Canon cameras are ugly. We've gone through this whole thing where it's like, do you guys agree with the sentiment that you have to love the look of your gear? And if you love your gear, you end up using them more? I've never really liked Canon cameras. I've always thought they're terrible looking. I know they perform well, and I know they're workhorses, but man, I don't like them at all. They're so ugly. Have stayed under $100 headphones and they just keep breaking. Let me put it this way. Every headphone I've ever had, with the exception of one, and outside of my Apple AirPods, have broke. The only IEMs that I have in my entire collection that have not broke are Campfires, the Andromedas, and that's it. Everything else has had problems. Even my really high-end headphones, 2 times now, the cables from the brand has died. I just have to buy new cables, which has been a pain in the ass too, because those aren't cheap. Alex is bougie with Campfires. I don't really use them much anymore. They're a little older. They're all scratched up. But they work so nice. I love my Campfires. I think your camera is refocusing every few seconds. You know what it is? I have to I don't know what it is. It's always been just the top-down views. I think it doesn't like these flat patterns. Let me just restart it, see if that helps. Put something here too. I love Canon. Their L lenses alone make them S tier. Oh, dude, no doubt. Canon makes amazing cameras. I just don't like the way they look. That's all. I've had the pleasure of using them in the past, a long time ago, but I've never pulled the trigger on buying one just because I've not liked the look of their bodies. That's all. Actually, their lenses are nice though. The camera bodies are just good. I don't know. They're just not my thing. Just got the new Yogurt S's into my typeface universe. Good switch, dude. Very good switch. Sennheiser is great with customer service too. I've never really had to use Sennheiser customer service. They've always given me a new headphone no matter what issues I have. That's a W. That's a big W, actually. You know what customer service was actually pretty quick to fix my problem too? Dyson. But also the fact that I've had to go through Dyson to fix their vacuum cleaners a few times now. I'll never buy another Dyson product. I think seeing how quickly their stuff wears down because dude, Dyson stuff's kind of cheaply made. I gotta say, like, in hand, Dyson stuff feels like it's about to break every 2 seconds. So never again with Dyson. I'm not sure where their engineering comes from, but the plastics that they use for their products all feel very flimsy. Every IM I owed pretty much broke within 2 to 4 months, except the Linsoles. Linsole makes some good stuff. They have problems, and we go quiet sometimes, but that was completely user error and I fixed it. Yeah, Linsole makes good stuff. I've never purchased their things, but I've heard really good things. Alex, do you have any strong preference between Knight and Type Plus stabs? I prefer Type Plus, even though I don't rank Type Plus as my top stabilizer. I just like the way they sound a little bit. Like, to my ears, I think they sound a little nicer, and I think they're just a lot easier to keep them tuned over a longer period of time. But technically, they are a bit of a pain to assemble, and I feel like it's really easy to overlube them compared to even Knight stabs. So, I don't know. I prefer Type Plus, but yeah, I think you'll have a better, better overall experience with those. 4 wraps will be used this week. I'm going to be using them on the schema. I have no opinions on 4 wraps. I did take a look at them in hand for the first time, like literally the other day. They seem fine. I've heard they're kind of whatever as well. I don't have any strong opinions on them. Let's put this back. Dude, can I also say that, like, the whole 4-wrap stabs hype has been, like, I feel like a little overblown. For what reason, I don't know, but Dyson doesn't charge, not like... My issue with Dyson has been a few things. And the reason why I'll never buy another Dyson product is specifically their vacuums. The charge does not hold up. I feel like everything clogs their vacuums no matter what you do, even if it's just dust. And then also the lousy, flimsy build of their products. Everything feels like it's about to fall apart every second. So we're not going to go run out and buy a new vacuum cleaner because they're expensive. We're just going to wait until something happens with this, which I know it inevitably will. And then when it does, we'll swap out. Everything else we've had from them, Dyson, like I have a Dyson fan somewhere. I don't know where it is. I got that a long time ago. That's been all right. Again, still feels cheap. And then the only product I will say from Dyson that I have and feels good is their hairdryer. That's it. If you guys want to know, I actually used to work for Best Buy, and I got really good prices working for Best Buy. So I bought some Dyson stuff because we'd have like, I don't know if you guys know this, but like you'd have like days where Dyson does like discounts for the employees, and they're like pretty significant. So I bought a few things while I worked there. I know they sound clear, but I've never thought that in depth. Stab perform until someone talked to me about it. Oh, for what, 4-wraps? I don't know, I feel like everybody's been hyping up 4-wrap stabs. So this is for this. I'm gonna need another 4. Okay. Everybody. Now we're doing a 1.25U, 1.25U one. So I believe since we're doing a 1.25U spacebar, we're doing the 6.25U. Or sorry, we're doing the 1. Yeah, we're doing this. Okay, that would make the most sense. We're doing 6U today. 6.25U. Put that back. I still can't believe that Dyson decided to make headphones. Oh, those air purifier headphones? I don't know. I feel like Dyson would do so well if they just focused on making their core products better quality. Hello from Hong Kong. I just built my first custom keyboard with which is a Neo 80 CU. Did you like it? Did it turn out well? By the way, today I am, if you guys have already noticed, I am not rushing. I'm really pooped today, so we're just gonna chill. We chillin'. We just hanging out. It's a nice Sunday today. Blueberry, thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate you, man. We've noticed. Thanks, Josh. Is there a way to dampen stabs on keyboards to have that slappy sound with carbon fiber? I feel like that's more of a switch and plate thing as well as mounting thing. I don't think I'd have like a good piece of advice for you there. Yeah, I don't know. Reminds me I'm going to go vacuum with my headset while listening. Hell yeah. It's always good to keep the place clean. Did anything happen this weekend that we should know about, Mr. Odos? Or was it postponed? Postponed. Dude, the weather... the weather has been very strange. Because, dude, every time I boot up my weather app, it says raining. And then yesterday, it said it was supposed to rain at like 4 and 6 p.m. It was... I mean, dude, yesterday was really windy, though, I have to say. But it did not do anything yesterday. Like, it was just normal weather. On stream? This guy, dude. I'm folding laundry while listening. Good times. Hell yeah. Today's a clean day, right? I think everyone's doing, like, nice clean stuff this weekend. It rained for, like, 5 minutes around 8 p.m. Did it? We didn't get rain here. Does TX still hold up when other stabs is on the market? I think TX is fine. My honest opinion about TX, I'm gonna basically echo what I've said a lot about TX stabs, is they're incredibly sensitive. TX stabs will work great for some keyboards, and then other keyboards where maybe tolerances aren't 100%, they kind of just have strange sounds. But I would say for like 90% of keyboards, they're fine. They're too perfect, maybe, yeah. I have not used the Cumulus switches. I want to so bad. I have not pulled the trigger on buying some yet, though. Keyboard stuff be expensive. I'm rebuilding my PC's GF and cleaning it. Dude, that's a good idea. You just gave me a good idea, too. I gotta bring out my PC and air it out. Or air below it. I'm pretty sure dust has been... Did I say my PC's... My GF's PC. Whatever. You know what I meant. That's a good idea, actually. I gotta steal that today. Maybe that's what I'll do. My gaming computer is a dusty mess. I did it last year. No, you're good. It's just me. I read things backwards sometimes. Oh wait, why am I doing this right now? Let's do this first. I just rebuilt my PC into a small form factor. This Adam guy is rich, bro. He bought new computer parts in 2026. Rich. This guy is rich, dude. For real, right, dude? Who said I bought new parts? What, you just had small form factor stuff lying around? I don't. Does anyone else have small form factor stuff lying around? This Adam guy. Don't think I forgot about yesterday, Adam. Don't think I forgot. Or not yesterday, Friday. Salut from France. How are you guys? I can't complain. Today is, today's just chill. Very, very standard fare day. It's odd that I have an AMD 7900 XTX and I got it on sale less than a year after it was out, and I think it's only appreciated in value, which is so weird to think about. Computer parts appreciating in value is wild. I have like 5 small form factor cases lying around at least. Have you guys ever gone through phases where you buy a whole bunch of computer cases? I have friends who have. I never have, just because I don't know where people are putting those. I don't have the space personally, but it's just computer cases. I had friends who bought like 2 or 3 just because they like the looks. I feel like it's a pain in the ass to transfer everything, though. It's a day's worth of work. Who affords to do PCs in this time of age? Right? I built 2 and they're sitting in the basement with 3080s. 3080 is still a great card. Very great card. Dude, I used to love building all my friends' computers. But I think with the current state of things, no one's asked me to build something in a long time because no one can really afford it. Velcro cases because I like the look. I ended up building a streaming PC out of it. Oh, that's cool, Drew. Did you ever do water cooling, guys? That's something that's always been a bit intimidating to me. I've never really done that. Also, hi, Pan. How you doing, man? Dude, gosh, I don't blame you, man. 3080 is still a great card, though. I wanted to do custom loops. I never did like custom only using all-in-one. Custom water cooling is very intimidating. It is. Dude, I always wanted to do it as well. Super intimidating. Never ended up pulling the trigger on it. Recently, I've actually completely swore off all-in-ones as well. I'm no longer using them because I've had only... I feel like this is a me problem. I had an all-in-one. I forget which brand it was. Was it... I don't remember which one it was. My first all-in-one, the pump died. Which apparently is like rare, but happened to me. They replaced it for me. The company was actually very nice. I think, was it Corsair? I think it might have been. Shout out to Corsair. They replaced it. I noticed that it just wasn't cooling well. So I ended up buying another all-in-one. This is all over the course of a few years. That all-in-one started off strong. Even though I reapplied thermal paste, made sure everything's clean. Eventually, it just stopped performing well. I've been using a Noctua block. And it has been the best performing CPU cooler that I have ever used. And I feel like it just works. Like, I don't have to like tune anything to make it better. But yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to go back to all-in-ones. I just like the blocks. Now I'm just pure air cooled. So I'm at the comic book store an hour early because I lost my keys and I can't get back to my apartment. Where'd you lose them? I got a big Shuriken 4 for the new case and it does really well for a small form factor cooler. I have to look that up afterwards. Noctua is the GOAT? Dude, so good. Hey Alex, I haven't been able to catch one of your streams in like the past 5 months until today. Mimi, hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. I'm doing great. I can't complain. Isn't Noctua the GOAT sound and reliable? Yeah, dude. Like I said, I'm never ever going back to an all-in-one. Even Noctua making an all-in-one, like I just don't want to deal with that. I like my air cooling. It works super duper well. And I will say this, I actually kind of like the look of having the air cooler in there, like the block, rather than having the tubes and stuff with the all-in-ones. I like the look. It looks good. Can't complain, man. Anyone see the Noctua mouse as a built-in fan? Dude, that actually sounds sick. Is it a real thing? I did not see that. Tubes get in the way? Yeah, I don't know. I like the look without the all-in-ones anyways. I feel like most of these all-in-one enclosures now, or all-in-one cooling systems, have like stupid screens on the front, which, I mean, I shouldn't say stupid. My girlfriend loves her screen on the front of hers, but I think it's just another part that you're paying for no reason. I'm very minimal with my computer builds. I should take a photo of my computer build for you guys after I clean it. Maybe I'll do it today. It's the Feynman, which I have, but Noctua colors with a little fan in it. That's cool. Is it like proper Noctua fans as well? Or just Noctua colors? Is the fan functional or just aesthetic? I mean, I would assume it's functional, right? Love my Baronamics. Disassembly is pretty... Oh, for what? Headphones? Headphones, yeah, they're great. Feynman is solid, but I don't like the dock anymore. Sometimes it takes minutes to actually get it charging. It just doesn't register or something when you put it down? That's weird. Alex, you see the metal fans at Computex? No, do you have a link? Metal fans? Like the blades are metal? That sounds dangerous. say what you want about Linus, but I'm with him that the perfect computer is one that's not even in the room with you. I feel like I would agree. But I also feel like you, at least here in Canada, maybe Toronto, I'll speak for Toronto, like who has the space? And then also, like, I feel like that is such a, you have to be very thoughtful about building something like that. You know what I mean? Shove it in a crawl space. Yeah, but don't, okay, if you're in a crawl space for a computer, isn't that just going to get overheated anyways? Like, because it's such a small area? You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong. It's like confined, you know? Not if you do a custom loop forehead. Well, frick me, I guess. Like, I don't know, is the space for that? I feel, and again, yeah, kind of like I was saying too, you have to be very, very, very thoughtful about how you set that up, even. Airflow to geothermal cooling. Yeah, can we imagine doing something crazy like that? Let's put this in. And now we're talking. I actually have Anit in the other room. He just manually uses his breath to cool my computer. Other what? Bro, you know what I'm saying. This Wish guy. Eagle.
Holy, haven't catch the stream in a while.
Man, I appreciate it, dude.
How are you doing, Alex?
Thank you, dude. I'm doing good, man. It's been a bit of a slow weekend, but I think I needed it. We needed a slow weekend, you know? You need time to recharge sometimes. And then this week, we have a lot of fun stuff happening, so... A passively cooled PC? Dude, don't get me wrong. I really want to do PC stuff again. But I don't have the budget to fool around with PC stuff. Actually, you know, I was looking through some of my old parts and I found an old CPU, I found an old motherboard. I would need to buy RAM, which is the shitty part. I could technically just take one of my solid states because I have two from my normal PC, because I don't even have it half full, like one of them. But I would also need to buy a graphics card, which I don't want to go through that right now. You know what I mean? 1 minute to 1 hour stabs, I think we can make it. Maybe. Just use the GPU from your current build? Well, no, like if I were to build like a separate small form factor one. You know? Now I'm going to take my sweet time. I don't know I was being timed. Why do you need two PCs? I don't have a console, and I would actually like to set up something on my TV. That's what I want to do. Instead of streaming it from like one PC to another one, like I kind of want something kind of like Plex, like a Plex server, but I also would like be cool to have like, I don't know, games with controllers, you know what I mean? That'd be cool. You need something to plug the other keyboards into? Maybe, yeah. It's so he doesn't accidentally dox himself to you nerds? For what? Having a separate PC? I really wanted to build a small form factor. I like mine, but it's ATX and I want something smaller. Yeah, I built a small form factor for a friend and it was the cutest thing ever, and I think we've talked about this a million times, but it got me hooked on it. But yeah, no more. You didn't miss anything, Chayo. It's just a very simple, chill day. Have seen that one guy that made a PC that fits in his pocket? Huh? Isn't that just a phone, though? Technically, phones these days, if you were to swap the operating system, it's technically a phone. Yeah, technically. I cannot be bothered with building a PC. It's a fun experience. I feel like you should do it at least once. I'm obsessed with cleanliness. I was disgusted that I bought the O11D Evo RGB when I could have gotten the Vision Compact with a motherboard that is the rear connectors. Dude, okay, this is another thing. I guess I have built a computer sort of recently for a friend. I'm seeing a lot of the motherboards now actually have layouts for plugging things in on the opposite side of the motherboard. So much more convenient. Like they have fan headers on the other side. They have just all the headers you would need on the opposite side. Actually, I wish that was a thing while I was more into PCs. But yeah, I got to build in like 2 of those in the last year and a bit. So cool. My new motherboard has a single chassis fan header. Yeah, dude, they, like I said, way more thoughtful with today's stuff. Come on. Oh, you were saying you had to get a splitter for it. Oh, wait, no. You're saying only has one... Wait. Hold on, Adam. Is this like a new motherboard or something? Sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. Only one? It's ITX? Oh, because it's small form factor. Dope. That's right. Put this back. Yeah, I feel like the ITX one that I built had like a bunch. Rose called me rich when I bought it secondhand for super cheap. Shake my head. You know, you're right. Might be, dude. Might be. Wait, why do these screws like really long for? I think it should become the norm because in itself it doesn't cost more to manufacture. For which, sorry? Having more fan headers? Or just in general like better layouts for these things? I feel like it's a more recent trend though. You know what I really like for PCs? I love having an all blacked out computer, bro. No RGB, no nothing. Just all blacked out. And when I mean blacked out, I don't mean like a stealth build, like a sleeper build. I like having the glass window, but everything's blacked out. It just looks so stealthy. That's how mine is right now. So stealthy, dude. Mine's all blacked out, but I can't get the lighting software for my RAM to work, so it's Rainbow Vomit. Oh, is it like default rainbow? Kind of silly when companies do that too. Noctua edition for... That's what mine is, dude. I got all the black Noctua stuff. Everything in my PC right now for fans, I think except one, just because you can't even see it, is Noctua. And you know what, dude? I don't know about you guys in the States, but like Noctua here isn't that expensive. At least when I bought all this stuff. It was cheaper than buying all this RGB stuff. Very fair pricing with everything. Bro, good fans are so expensive, I cannot justify like $35 a fan. I don't know if I ever spent $35 a fan. Oh, you know what? No. There was a point in time. I don't think I paid much for my Noctua stuff. I think the most expensive fan I ever bought, but huge regret. Okay, why isn't this screw? What is wrong with these screws? Hold on one sec, guys. This guy's... I don't know why. I'm just getting annoyed. This, the Noctua stuff I feel is a good price. The most expensive fan I ever purchased was those Corsair magnetic fans. I think I bought into the hype when those came out, and those were hella expensive. And those were actually some of the worst fans I ever bought. That's a really pretty case. The maglev ones, yeah. Rip Ronda? I don't know why. I feel like they were losing. We're lost in some sort of communication there with that guy. And he kept saying like keep working like a few times, and I was kind of annoyed. I was just getting pissed off. Maglevs, keep it up, Alex. Yeah. Maglev is expensive, and then I think my girlfriend still has a few Maglev fans in her computer, because we kind of gave her a bunch of my older parts. Because she's had... Her computer right now is having like a bunch of issues with the fans. They're all dead. And when I say dead, like they're just loud right now. Like, I don't know, we gotta fix that. Well, they weren't bad when we gave them to her. Yeah, wow. Okay, you know what, guys? My beef with Corsair is their LEDs just die out in barely 2 years. The white on my LEDs look slick. Yep, that is the other thing I have 100% noticed as well. Corsair, I mean, I wouldn't purchase Corsair fans or computer parts anymore. Maybe just their power supplies I've had good luck with. That's really it. Maybe I can't have the rear connectors on my 011D Evo RGB, but I can't have a 420mm all-in-one cooler. Dude, I've never got a cooler that size. That is crazy. Right now, I think I have an awful motherboard right now. That is the one upgrade that I wish I could do in my computer. I have don't laugh at me or make fun of me. I have an NZXT motherboard that has had its fair share of weird issues with BIOS problems. Sorry, yeah, it's pretty bad actually. I think they have only made like 2 motherboards and they've both been kind of icky. It was on sale and that was the only thing at the time that I could afford, man. It was a good price. I got it. I promised you guys it was a good price. I knew it was bad though the moment I bought it, but at the time, like, I had no computer. I don't remember all of my computer specs. It's been a while, man. I think I have 14700 or whatever the model number is. The 14th gen one. Let's see if I can pull it up. I think it's this one here. 14. Yeah, this is the one I have. Intel i7 14700K. Ew, Intel? What the hell? Dude, I actually had less problems with Intel versus AMD. You know my AMD computer died, right? That's why I didn't have a computer for a while. And that's why I switched to the Mac. We're going to offer my old motherboard. Oh, no, mine's... I don't even feel like rebuilding it, to be honest. Alex, you're young. What's the past event that you describe to younger kids that makes you feel old? What the fuck? I think... Oh, fuck, this is a tough question, actually. I think when people tell me things about... Hold on a sec. Let me really think about this one here. No, I mean, not dial-up per se. Like, I'm really trying to think. I don't know if I have anything that makes me feel super duper old. Let me think about this for a second. Got a Neo 65 Core Plus with FR4 and PP plate. Want a light clacky switch that won't tire my hands. Switch plus plate / mount suggestions. I would 100% try the O-ring. I think the 65 Core Plus has it. Either way, though, both mounting options for the Core Plus work really well. I would try the PP plate. But if you're looking for light clacky, I was going to say Blue Cheese, but I think they're sold out. A bit deeper of a switch. Maybe just, yeah, like we said it in chat, maybe just the regular Cheese V2s. Or Laranges. Drew's right too. Laranges are not bad too. Thank you so much for the 5, though. I appreciate that, Dennis. Unk test? Take this later? Okay, fine, I'll take it later. I don't think there's anything people... I mean, I don't know, man. That's a tough question. I don't think there's anything that makes me feel inherently old. I think the only thing that I can really, really think of right this instant is having grown up with the shift of technology as radical as we did. Because, you know, when I was in elementary school, when I was much, much younger, we didn't really have like the tech that we have now, I guess. You know, it was a lot of looking up. I mean, dude, I think I'm the last generation that probably used encyclopedias, physical encyclopedias. Opening those up and having to literally go through them and then cite them for homework. And then shifting like very quickly to just using the internet for our sourcing of homework. I think maybe that is truly, and again, the shift of technology is truly the only thing that I can possibly say makes me feel a bit old. But I feel almost blessed in a way that I got to experience that. Like I had to use those things. So I don't look at it as like a negative. I actually feel like very blessed that I got to use those. And kids are unable to crack open ChatGPT. I mean, yeah, like, I don't know. It's just, that to me was fun. And growing up with technology shifting as fast as it did was so much fun too. I mean, it still is great. I love keeping up with tech stuff. But it's just, I feel like it's not the same for people now. If you were born into technology nowadays, like even if you're like 17, 18 now, you grew up with all this. Like you had all the good stuff already. Like even 18 years ago, we had decent technology. But I'm talking about the shift of when we didn't have any to having it. I got to experience that, which is cool. Dial-up internet, even 2040p videos had to buffer. Yeah. But I think that's also why like I like and I understand tech more, because we got to experience all of the sides of tech. Being born into floppy disk and being where they are now is a crazy ride. Yeah. Exactly that, bro. The shift from even having a computer at home was pretty crazy. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Like I said, I feel very blessed that I got to try all these things as they came out. Like, it feels cool. I think the only thing that makes me feel old at 31 is, like, within the constraints of online, like, forums used to be so common just in the late 90s to early 2000s, web page design. I liked forums more. I still do, but nobody uses them. It's just not a thing. Everyone needs instant chat now for a lot of things. So chat rooms are just more common these days. Bruh. I guess he's going to make fun of me because I said room. Seeing transfer speeds and thinking of shoving 80 floppy disks into your computer. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Remember AIM? I don't think AIM was really big here in Canada, or at least Toronto. MSN was more popular, but I didn't really even use that. I ran a forum for a YouTuber back in the day. It was neat because I found a live chat could be used to integrate on the top of the page. And that's what I mean. Like, we all got to, well, maybe not everyone here, but like anyone who's around my age got to experience like the shift of internet culture. I don't love where internet culture is right now, though, if I'm being completely real. And I think maybe that is also a secondary reason what makes me feel old. I do not like where it is now. Everything feels very like, this is an ad. Don't enjoy yourself. You must consume. If you're not purchasing something right this instant, like, you're behind. If your life isn't perfect, you're behind. Like, I'm doing this for money. I'm doing this for the view. Everything feels very like that. Exactly. We are the product now. And I know that's very, like, old head to say, but, like, it is fucking exhausting, though. Okay, why isn't this screwing in nice? That's the other thing I've noticed with these fucking TX stabs is sometimes the screws don't screw in nice, even though they're threaded. There we go. Weird. We are the product? Yeah. And folks still don't want to do things in person because they'd rather do it online. Yeah. This is why I only use Discord and not Facebook or anything. Discord feels like a forum in a sense. Sort of. It is exhausting. Even having to browse through, like... Okay, there's another thing I can probably kind of complain about too. I feel like the internet has amplified the need to be right. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's an expert, which I also cannot stand. And it's really amplified that. Like, everyone is the authority on whatever they're into. You can't just, like... I feel like, no, not everyone, but a lot of people feel like they're the authority. Like, everyone's just suddenly an expert because they read one or two things. I feel like you can't just, like, enjoy and be wrong anymore. You can't just, like, let yourself learn. You can't be on the opposite side of, like, okay, let me just listen. Everyone needs to be the authority, the leading guy, like, the top-notch person. Exactly. I think being humble just isn't a thing anymore. And I think the internet also, for some reason, even though everyone preaches it, has made people less empathetic. Okay, now, I don't remember exactly if it's the longer leg is the plus or the minus or positive or negative here. So I'm going to look this up really quick. I feel like that's not something that's stuck in my brain. Diode. Polarity. Let's see if I remember. Plus is the long side. Okay. So it's anode and cathode. I never remember this, dude. Let's build this board? Hell yes, dude. I'm working on a marketing project at work, and seeing behind the curtains on how they literally manipulate and track us for further purchasing, etc. is mental. Yep. It is true. It feels crazy sometimes. Okay, so it would be this way. Perfect. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to test this on my Mac. For some reason, Apple computers don't really work well with all these LED lights. So I'll probably have to test this when I go upstairs. I feel like every day since COVID has been a financial crisis. To some degree, yes. Bit off topic, but what TKL would you recommend for 200 to 400 USD? Are you looking for something to build yourself or just something that just like works out of the box type thing? Like, what are you looking for? If you're looking for like your own little project, honestly, maybe Neo. Maybe even something from KVD Fans. I feel like KVD Fans is always a solid purchase. But probably Neo products. Okay, let's do these. To build, yeah, I would say the Neo boards. Neo 80. If Tofu TKL gets a rerun like Blueberry said, then go with the Tofu 100%. If you're willing to spend a bit of extra dollars outside of your 200 to 400 range, get yourself an F1. But I think Neo is probably your best bet. Real Force? Well, I don't think the Real Force you're building by yourself, though. To be fair. F1 good? I love the F1. But it is a little bit more out of that price range, though. Damn, what a conversation, huh? But yeah, I don't know. Internet culture is very different these days. I don't love it. It's also why I don't participate in much of it outside of us anymore. I feel like I don't want to ever go down the rabbit hole of making content to generate crappy clicks for purchases of products that I don't like or don't believe in. It's ultimately, like, I'm telling you guys the truth right now, it's probably why I won't make it as like a long-term. You can call me long-term now, but I've already come to, I guess, terms with I don't know how long I could be in content creation for if I don't do these things that are more like for the bag, you know? But ultimately, it is what it is. I don't ever want to do that kind of shit, though.
God damn,
Let's do this.
dude.
Holy crap. Operator? Guess we're doing a giveaway. Holy! Excuse me? Well, we're gonna give something away. God damn, operator! Oh, before I start soldering. For the youth? Thank you, man. We give a manta? We're giving away something maybe even better than a manta. Here, let me set up the giveaway right now. We'll do it in operator's name. Stream elements. Sorry, I did not even think we were gonna hit this today, so I did not prepare this. Oh, July for the tofu TKLs? Then hell yeah, just wait till July. It's not even too long. Hold on one sec, guys. God damn, thank you, man. You shadow dropping another manta extra? I don't have any more manta extras at the moment. Unk send to the youth. Thank you, operator. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, dude. Very, very kind. Okay. Let's get this. So this is for a Lamy TKL. If you guys are interested in winning a Lamy TKL, I do ask you guys paying for shipping, but it will come with pre-modded switches, stabilizers, the whole shebang. Do I have the Lamy TKL to show you guys right now? I think I already boxed it up. I might have. But it's the round 1 Lamy TKL. Go for it. We'll draw the giveaway in like 5 minutes. Very cool board. Let me just solder in these diodes, and then we'll draw the giveaway. I love being able to listen to your stream. Your chat is always cool as hell. Thank you, operator. That's very kind of you, man. Seriously, dude. Thank you so much for the support you give this channel. Thank you, dude. For anyone on YouTube wondering, you have to be on Twitch. I can't get them to run at the same time, and there's just more viewers on Twitch. Unfortunately, they don't merge, and there's no real way to do it that I've found that works. All right. Yeah, dude, I've used the Night 4s a whole bunch. I think I have them on my website in the rankings. They're number 1. They're the best stab on the market, in my opinion. Like, objectively, easiest to mod, easy to put to get together, everything. Thank you again, operator. Holy crap. I don't get it, but thank you so much, man. Jeez. That's crazy, bro. Thank you, dude. Will you give me mod if I redeem compliment? Oh, wait. Annet's here. Hold on one second, Annet. Just give me one moment, sir. Just give me one moment. Uh-oh. Let me solder this in. We'll do the giveaway, and then I have to do some changes around these parts. What changes? It's just 1 entry per person, yeah. It won't let you do more than 1. Add my goat. It was a good run. All right. These have been soldered in. Bo was saying that he's getting ready to run clip-on mods in the near future. Oh, that'd be cool. Does the cameras you use for streaming need a drive on the Mac? I just use the Stream Decks. Or not Stream Decks, the Cam Links, rather. And then my tip for anyone who's using multiple cameras is you have to use them on different USB buses. Sometimes, depending on the computer, there's not enough bandwidth. What's going on? Adam is abusing the mod powers again? Hold on one moment, everybody. Let's actually do this first. /mod init. Oh, it's one. Okay, 1 second. Initar. Okay, so that's done. And now /unmod Adam Geo1. Okay, we're back to what we said we were going to do yesterday, which was Anit gets the mod, Adam loses it. I don't remember what Adam did. I think he made fun of me or something. But that we flip-flop now. You will rue the day. Hold on one sec. Let me just so I can see Adam's name here. Until we have to swap it back. But I think this is pretty much what's going to happen now, right? When Anit does something wrong, he did call my compliment mid. We switch it back. So it's always one of the two. Maybe if Adam shows good character development in the next few days, we'll give them both mod back. Why don't you make every viewer a mod? It's too chaotic. All right, let's draw the giveaway. Let's draw the winner here, guys. Winner for the Lamy TKL is gonna be. Okay, I'll give us 1 more minute to enter. 1 more second to enter here, guys. Lamy TKL winner is. Okay, now we're gonna draw. B4. Congratulations. Or I guess back to you. Congratulations. Congrats. Is Bat in chat? We always have to make sure. Even people who are regulars. Congrats, man. Alrighty, Bat. Can you DM me? Holy how? Can you DM me? I'm glad to see someone who's been in the stream also win stuff like this too. And it's alt account? No. Can you DM me on Twitch and I will get everything ready to ship out sometime this week, and I'll send you an invoice with the shipping. Depending on where you live, probably anywhere between 20 to 40 bucks. DM on Twitch, yes. Let me just write you down as the winner. Thank you again to Operator for donating a bunch of subs. Holy crap. There will be more things to give away. I just need to go through them all. There will probably be, I'm not even kidding you guys, like I'm going through a bunch of boxes and a bunch of like old things. There will probably be another 15 keyboards within the next like month. So just give me some time to like sort through everything, and then I will get you guys more keyboards to give away. Or to win, rather. Do you ever connect for your local schools? What do you mean by that, Operator? I don't, like in terms of like donation stuff? I actually just went through trying to figure out donation stuff for kind of like wildlife, like marine wildlife, but God, that was like such a hassle. Which I might have still found a good way to do that. Oh, get some kids' school boards and iPads? I don't think I have enough stuff for a whole classroom like that. But I have donated older keyboards to like Salvation Army and Goodwill and stuff. I think that might be more of a brand thing. Hold on, let me put this down here. So Lamy TKL. Okay, there we go. Let me pitch in. If you're interested in that, Operator, can you DM me on Discord? I might be able to do something with novel keys on that. Maybe we can talk to novel keys or something. But because that is actually something we can probably set up if you're genuinely interested. Because that'd be fucking cool as hell. Is this the last summer that alexotos has less than a dozen keyboards? No, I don't think so. I think literally the only reason I'm giving away so many right now over the last like few months is because I really need to start downsizing things. I don't have the space. It's just too chaotic, bro. Can you imagine a first grader learning to type on a donated moon tower? Yeah, like I don't have enough for that. Plus, I think a lot of the stuff I don't even have keycaps for. But I know for a fact we can probably do like some fun pre-builds. Learn to Discord. Send me an email of anything, Operator. Might even work better with emails. Okay, let's clip these off now. Thank you again, though, man. I'm like shaking a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm shaking a little bit. Thank you, dude. I love the idea of sleeping with a Kohaku in bed. I don't know if that's a good idea. I Feels like you're gonna roll over and then give yourself a bruise. Okay. Boom. This is done. Don't know if you saw, please don't donate to Salvation Army. They're anti-LGBTQ. Did not know that. Well, it's been a little while since I've donated anything. Probably a few years. I don't know if this is like recent, but we don't have a lot of options near us for donating stuff. Half the stuff that you donate these days, which I actually really despise, and it's why I'd rather give it away to you guys, either gets sent to these boutique thrift stores, which I don't know if you guys know. I hate those things. Boutique thrift stuff. Really despise that. They just sell stuff for regular price. It's thrifted stuff that they probably receive or buy for pennies, and they end up just jacking up the prices like crazy. And then even with Goodwill, Salvation Army, everything that's worth anything, they get put behind a glass window at basically retail price. No, but we've been inside them because they're popular boutique thrift stores. The problem is everyone Googles everything now, and everyone looks on eBay to see the last sold, and they try to get the maximum amount for what they want. The only good purchase I've ever made at a thrift store was a local one where I picked up a really nice jacket for like $30. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, this is why I've been giving away stuff on here. Well, no, real thrifting doesn't show us. The jacket? I showed you guys once. It's that army jacket I have. I don't want to go grab it right now because I don't feel like we put all our jackets away. Yeah, the army jacket one that I found. It actually had someone else's name inside of it because I think it was someone who actually was in a flight school or something like that. For like, I don't know what it's called here in Canada, Air Cadets or something like that, but... Thank you guys. Never won anything. I can rarely be here for the streams, but I always watch back the full YouTube videos. Thanks, dude. Matt, I'm happy you won, bro. It's my grandpa's. Please send it back. Oh, sorry. Alex's stolen valor incident. Shake my head. Hey, bro. There's no valor on it because it's not actually. It doesn't say Air Cadets or anything anywhere. It's just a jacket that someone used in school. Just a sign of the times. eBay kind of just the new boutique thrift store, bro. Listen, eBay is another thing that drives me up the walls. I'm trying to sell some broken stuff on eBay, like for parts. I don't know how I pulled this off, but let me actually build the keyboard. Hold on. eBay right now is, on one of the 3 items, I don't have to pay the fee to eBay, but you know the fee is like 20% of whatever you list it for. It's kind of insane. Or maybe not 20, maybe it's like 15, but it's still a lot. But I don't know where else to sell the camera stuff. Like, I've tried to contact a few people for broken camera stuff to see if they want to use it for parts and repairs. It's just not worth for me to send back to Fuji because I don't really want to spend money on Fuji repairs. I tried to contact a few people. I didn't list them on Reddit. Only because I really hate listing things on Reddit. But I couldn't find any good ones for like selling used camera bodies that are broken. I haven't seen someone use brass since 1918. Oh! It's a while ago. I mean, honestly, Reddit, Facebook, Marketplace, or even Craigslist, I can offer 5 to 10% off what you want at task on eBay and still come ahead. Honestly, probably. You're not even wrong, dude. I think I lubed way too many of these switches today, but it's all right. I just lubed the whole thing. I think this is like 120, and I don't think we needed all these. That means I have to use Facebook, though. Ugh. Maybe I'll list them on Facebook. Maybe that's a really good idea. I didn't even think to use Marketplace. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'll just leave them up on eBay. Or maybe pause them. But we'll see. I'm posting AI shorts on Facebook now just to get the views. Have you checked with K? I believe they're interested in old cameras / spare parts. I have not checked K. I've heard K can be pretty problematic for things. I've never really used them personally. So I don't have first-hand experience. Dude, I'm not used to this. I think I've only used this like for the last week. And I've really not used it that often. I'm still getting used to this particular thing. AI generate thocky, creamy, crunchy boards. Have you guys heard a crunchy sounding keyboard? They legit bought a stolen camera off someone and the actual owner showed up and they offered to sell it to them for the price. Dude, I heard about that. I saw. That's fucked. Okay, so the story of what happens is someone, exactly like what she said, Kay bought someone's camera off some random guy, just a camera, was trying to sell it. The original owner with the serial numbers came and was like, hey, this is my camera, it was stolen. And they basically said, sorry that happened to you. We can sell it to you at the price that we paid. Like, and I think technically, isn't it illegal to sell stolen stuff? Again, maybe this is like a state thing. I don't know what state this person was in. But I think you cannot knowingly sell illegal goods. I have been watching the whole Lego saga. Crazy, bro. Crazy work. Stolen stuff is illegal to buy. Well, I guess if you unknowingly buy it, it is what it is. But like, I think you cannot sell it once you realize it's stolen. I think you just have to like turn it over. Some higher-up pulled up in the thread and was like, oh, hang on, I think it's resolved now, but like, Jesus. Oh, so someone resolved it? That's good. Okay, this one here, the leg's being weird. The Lego thing is crazy. I've been following that since day one, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I've been glued to that whole Lego thing. Glued to it. There's no real incentive for them to make sure it's not stolen. Same thing happened to me and police told me I had to buy it. It's fucked. I don't know. There's a lot of thieving stuff happening nowadays anyways, so... Alright, so 1.25 is the left one here for this. The Lego thing is crazy. All of it happening so publicly is insane. Well, it just shows you how, like, crooked things are, you know what I mean? It really does, like, highlight how just, like, fucked things are in that sense. What's the Lego thing? Man, this is a doozy of a situation. All right, so this is a long story. I recommend go watching... My hair's all... Why is my hair so greasy today? I recommend watching, like, Reckless Ben's videos on this, and even... I mean, if you want, like, the sum up that's longer than what I'm going to say, go watch Moist Critical. Essentially, I will try to be as short as possible. Someone had their Lego Star Wars pieces. It was a lot. I think it was between $100,000 to $200,000 worth of Star Wars Lego consigned at Bricks and Minifigs. The owners of that store were advertising it and selling it and eventually had to sell their location or leave their location because her husband was moving out of the country. Bricks and Minifigs corporate came in and then just basically commandeered the store and then decided to dishonor the consignment. The person who consigned the stuff was consigning it on behalf of their father, who's elderly and not in good health. The person who consigned it then went to the store to try to be like, hey, what's going on with my consignment stuff? They basically looked at this guy and said, what consignment stuff? And then also doubled down with, if you try to deal with this consignment stuff and try to take it back, we are going to make it very difficult for you and basically sue the living fuck out of you, or I guess take you to court and make it very difficult for you to deal with this financially, knowing that you have a sick dad. And then basically said, this is our stuff now. So they commandeered the store and then also commandeered the Lego stuff. Then what happened was, after them trying to get the stuff back, like by making a Facebook post or whatever, they essentially went to Reckless Ben, who's a YouTuber. Reckless Ben, this is now the longer part of the story that I've set it up. Reckless Ben goes through a whole bunch of different options. Some, I will admit, a bit weird, but some also like very good, to try to get these Legos back and just try to get Bricks and Minifigs, which is a big business, to give back this person's stuff. There's a lot of stuff I'm not even going into detail about, like the terms of conditions of consignment. Like, it's still all of this guy's property. It was signed by, the older owners on behalf of Bricks and Minifigs. But where this has ended up now is fucking crazy, and I recommend watching it. I'm not going to go through the details, but essentially, corruption of police, corruption of this company, just corruption in general. And this whole like trying to get some Lego back has basically unearthed just the sheer amount of bullshit that is going on. Well, the Mormon Church sort of, but like I think it's deeper than that. It's just crazy the amount of stuff this is unearthed with, yeah, basically like the behavior of some people as well, and just how sketchy some of this stuff that is going on behind the scenes is. And it really, I think the big thing for me, it really puts into perspective on what actually is going on with some of these companies. If you want the entertaining version, go watch all of it from Reckless Ben. If you want the summed up version, maybe, with a little bit of funniness, go watch Charlie. And I guess, yeah, Illegal Eagle video I watched as well. I think that's probably the most like concise, like what's going on, but it's from a legal perspective. Crazy though. Absolutely crazy story. I've been glued to it, bro. Glued. Gorilla glued, all right? My partner's a lawyer. I'm going to have to show her the video. It's wild. It's crazy. But Reckless Ben is the creator who's going through crazy stuff right now, trying to unearth what's going on with all this shit. But essentially the police, to some degree, are also covering for this company as well, which is like the most fucking wrong thing ever, dude. They're covering for the company who stole stuff from an old person. No, the police didn't accidentally release their unredacted body cams. I think someone actually hacked into the police department for that. I don't think that was... I don't know how legal all that stuff is. No, this is in Utah? I believe it's Utah, right? I don't know my states very well. Utah, I believe. I don't know where it got leaked from. I'm not 100% sure. But I just know it got leaked. But it is crazy. If you want like a crazy video to watch. What's wild too is like I think this is a huge like, I don't even know why this needs to be a learning thing. I did see that Blueberry, yeah. Like the original people who own the franchise too. It's crazy what happened to them too. But like, what I don't understand too is like, this always comes back. Even like stuff that's happened in the keyboard world, this always comes back to like the simplest thing, where it's you fuck up. You don't want that much attention on yourself. The thing you don't want to do is try to shut down the attention. You only ever, the Streisand effect, you only ever get more attention on yourself by trying to silence people yelling at you. You only ever generate more shit. And I feel like that's like the age-old story, and I don't know why that's like not something that like even came to their mind over, it's what I understand is they're a big company. They own a lot of stuff and they have a lot of money. Is, again, roughly $100,000 to $200,000 really worth it for all this? I feel like they could have this could have been super duper, from a company standpoint, they could have just easily just been like, you know what, we fucked up. Or afterwards, the first video, here, take it, go. Yeah, exactly what Ten said. The best way to get out of controversy is to not talk about it. But it's crazy. I just hope, from watching it in my point of view, and this is my opinion, I hope that the family gets their stuff back. And truly, I hope that whole company gets, the CEO has to step down and everyone who's at head office just gets rolled over basically with new people. I think they need new staff for that whole entire company. Not so much on the franchise level. I think some stores are obviously getting hate for no reason at all because it's franchised. But yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. It wasn't worth laughing my ass off. They lost so much goodwill in a tight-knit community. It would be the equivalent of if someone tried to go after, I don't know, like Rama in our community, which ultimately might even be fucking worse. I mean, it is the equivalent of Rama, because Rama made his situation so much worse in the keyboard community by constantly talking about it. So it is kind of the equivalent, just not as like, just in the police involved, But yeah, wild. Absolutely wild. It's easy to say that, but they probably silenced people before successfully, probably countless times. They were confident they could win that. It's a gamble. You're gambling at that point there. And I think I talked about this earlier. You will eventually lose. If you keep gambling, you're not always going to win every hand. And the owners had their lawyers send letters to Patreon to get... Yeah, I saw that too. That was also crazy, bro. Good morning, Harris. How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. We're almost done putting the switches in. We've been chit-chatting a lot, so haven't been super speedy with today's build. Got the nice LED diodes in. Everything's good here. Rama looked at how to fix PR, then did the exact opposite. Yeah, Rama's situation... I mean, dude, a lot of even keyboard companies who've fallen through have been probably easier fixes than you think, to some degree. Ooh. Rich guy that came in with daddy's money with no talent and leveraged everything on his ex and people around him. That's kind of the sum of it. More so just people who have no business running businesses. But you know what? Through all that, and I know there's a lot of misery that goes along with getting scammed too. We have some pretty good vendors nowadays. I have to say, the current vendor situationship, whatever you want to call it. We have Unikeys, which has been great. Divinity, which has been great. Novel Keys, which is a classic. Omnitype, also been great. We have Mr. Bowl. We have some really good people now to focus in on some good stuff. Mr. Alex, Mr. Me. Canadian vendors were getting even better. I think at one point Canadian vendors were also like kind of getting kind of odd, but we have Keybay Tech. Desk Hero's been around forever. I mean, even Kinetic Labs in the States has been great. I think maybe a slightly different demographic for custom stuff now. They kind of teeter the line between like more affordable. Why is this piece of eyelash here? Ooh. Discord, it's been boxing me out hard as hell. Oh no, operator, if you need, just send me an email, man. All right, let's solder this thing in. Harris, did we like this is the layout you want, right? There's nothing else we want to change for this? Did you want me to min-max the spacebar? I don't think we need to for cherries, but if you want me to, I can. But I think we should be good. I really don't think we need to swap anything here. Cherry good? Don't think I need... Okay, perfect. Wait, Annette, are you not... Annette just messaged me like 20 minutes ago saying he's banned. Where's Annette? Is he here? I didn't realize he DM'd me. I was. Oh, okay, because he actually banned you for like a second. The moment he saw you come into chat, he banned you. Oh shit, I brought myself water because I'm dehydrated as fuck today. I forgot to drink it. My mouth is so dry right now. All right, let's solder now. Let's warm up. All right, let's go. Dude, aren't MX2As fully modded amazing? They're so good. All right. They're not overrated. Oh my god, this Adam guy, bro. They're not overrated. This guy. They're such a good switch. They're just a good, solid option. Oh my god, dude. Can you believe this guy? Reason to ban? Getting close, bro. Let me just make sure all the pins are good. Well, I guess I'll figure it out as I go here. Chat so sensy? Nuh-uh. You're just meanie. Meanie. Whatever. Top favorite 3 clacky switches. Dude, my number 1 right now, yogurt S's. Get in on yogurts while yogurts are still around. Also, buy responsibly, please. I know I'm saying that, like, get in now, but please, don't buy if you don't need them. If you have some extra funds and you've been wanting switches, yogurts are one of my new faves right now. One of the new good goods. No, I didn't mod mine. They were great. At least I don't think I modded mine. I don't remember now. Pretty sure I left them in stock. And then I still really like cheese. If you want clacky cheese V2s. I think the whole cheese lineup is literally perfection. Great switches. And then as for other clackies, maybe calligraphies, but calligraphies have those issues with... Apparently calligraphies, if you mod them, or you're not supposed to mod them because they're fragile. I didn't know that until I modded them, and they were fine, but those were nice too. The HMX egg yolks is supposed to be stupid clacky too. Well, okay, here's my issue with that, right, Blueberry? Like, I want to try those just to see. But I recently tried those T2s, and I thought they were too loud. Like, I think there's such a thing as too much of a clacky switch. But I'm curious to see if they're more like a full loudness, or maybe it's just plasticky like most HMX stuff. I don't know. I feel like they're too loud. You have a lot to solder today. Chat, is anyone facing problems with all the vendor websites since Shopify went down a few days ago? Come to think about it, yes, I have. I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but yeah, I thought it was just my internet connection or something. But yeah, I've had to refresh a lot for different websites. Maybe try clearing cache. I haven't even tried that myself, but... Oh. Hold on. I don't like the way this pin is sitting here. Oh, I see what happened. Dude, T2s are crazy loud, but I know that's someone's cup of tea somewhere, right? They are crazy loud switches. Bent again. Let me just get a little bit X black here. Have I tried Aperols? I feel like I have, haven't I? I know I bought them. Maybe they're still in my drawer. I feel like I have, though. What makes Yogurt S so good? I just liked how full they sounded as well. Like, normally with HMX switches, there's like a hint of plasticky noise. I feel like the Yogurts were kind of the opposite. I was extremely happy with the way they sounded. I liked the Lanikais too. Those were good. Also a very solid option. You know, I'm going to solder this part first. Yogurt S is stronger than Waves or Reds. Oh, the Reds are good too, actually. Come to think about it, those were excellent switches. The TT, whether you're talking about the HMX or TT Reds or whatever, those were great. Switch Daddy Shy Locust says he doesn't like them, so I don't like them. For which ones? The Yogurt S's? Dude, I thought they were fantastic. I built them in my what's it called there? The glitter. Sounded great, bro. Oh, the calligraphies. I like them. I'm a bit bummed you can't mod them. I wouldn't use in stock. Or actually, no, sorry. I would use in stock, but I think they sound better when you put some extra lube on them. But if they have issues with stuff breaking, then it's kind of like one of those things where you have to like the stock sound, which is still pretty good. She showed us it was really bad on the R2 ones. Oh shit, really? Calligraphies are... Is it Kale, right? Kale's not... I don't know how Kale is with their stock lube stuff. I feel like I haven't used enough of them. But I feel like Kale's in the same thing as... Gatoron? The Lanikais? I like the Lanikais a lot. But it's all preferences, Merrick. It's all preferences. It's kind of like how I feel meh about Gatoron Laranges. I feel like Larange switches are a hit and miss with me with certain builds. But I felt like that since I've used them, since I initially used them. I also don't love the T2s. I don't think those are my cup of tea, but they're interesting. Sounded horrible lubing issue, I think. He showed us the volume and tone varied. I feel like that's a good way to look at stuff too, but I guess with me, when I feel varied switches, I tend to remod them myself. Like, you know what I mean? What's my favorite Neo 65 Core Plus? Thank you so much, Dennis. I appreciate it. My favorite, Milky Yellows. I think Milky Yellows, modded Milky Yellows on a Neo 65 Core. Amazing, bro. Love that combo. I think I have tried fades, right? That's fair, Alex, but also with so many good switches coming in stock, if they're going to do an awful lube job just to sell them dry, it's annoying that you have to strip them down and most manufacturers are putting them out working fine. So here's my thoughts on that, right? Take a little pause from soldering here to explain. I'm in the mindset, and I feel like this is kind of where maybe my logic is flawed. and I'm open to like accepting that. If I'm buying custom keyboard parts for myself, no matter if they say stock lubed, I am going to make sure all of them are 100%. So there's not really a switch on this earth, with the exceptions of how Type Plus does them, because they're a different process, that I probably won't make sure they're all consistent. I think that's just part of the process of doing a custom keyboard for me. Even HMX, if I'm going to solder in HMX stuff onto a board, Key Geek, whatever, you know me, I am going to open them all up. What's the ATA in it? This ain't it, guy. This close to losing the sword. So I'm not really one to say a Switch needs to be sold as 100% lubricated. Because you know what? I think there's also something at the end too where at the end of this process where it's like everyone likes different consistencies of how they lube things as well. But I see from another perspective where maybe someone doesn't want to do those things or can't do those things. And I agree with you where if a company is going to sell pre-lubricated switches anyways, you might as well. But I think as a reviewer myself, I have to look at it as, hey, if the switch is amazing when you hand lube them, then maybe it's still worth a pickup. You know? It's kind of like Cherry. Cherry sells pre-lubricated shit. It's the worst goddamn thing on the fucking planet. Cherry is legitimately the worst pre-lubricated switches. I would even say the new TTC XPTs are awful pre-lubed. So, but I agree with you there where I agree with like how Shy looks at stuff. If it's going to be bad stock and you wanted to buy it stock, then what's the point of buying it? You know, so I totally get that side of things too. I just think I have a different perspective on it because if I know a Switch sounds really good after I mod it, then I still think it's worth considering. However, again, it's good to have two different points of view. What about Moon V2s? I've always had to re-lube those. But I like them. They're good. But you know, I really appreciate that Shy is calling out stock lube like that on people. Because I feel like that's very important to call out. Cough, cough, Cherry and Gatoron. Cough, cough. Just use non-lube Cherry in a blink of 10 years daily. You get silky smooth. Yeah, look at that friction. That friction, baby. I don't even know why Cherry even goes through the trouble of lubing. Yeah, I feel like they're wasting their money. Just sell us unlubed shit. Nobody wants the lubed Cherry switches. They're terrible. This is a silver... Oh, in case you can't see. Silver Austin. Dude, some people like MX2A's raw. I disagree. They're not for me. My personal preference does not allow me to use those raw. But the best pre-lube switches on the market right now, I think, are from HMX. I would say Type Plus, but Type Plus has a different method that they use. Where I feel like it's not truly the same feel as something like a 205 or whatever lubricant, like a wet lube, but Type Plus uses like a dry PTFE lube. Plus they don't have a lot of options. So I would say that HMX, then Key Geek are the top two. Everything else has been kind of mid after that. Like literally everything else. And we'll use Type Plus as an anomaly because there's not many. B-Sun's super hit and miss too. Super duper hit and miss. Imagine they sold springless. Oh, for the cherries? Gatoron is barely above Cherry. Gatoron's in the same batch of bullshit like TTC, like B-Sun, like every other brand. Cherry's still abysmal. But Gatoron, I would never trust their stock lubricant. I'm with Shy on that. Well, Gator-on housings. You know what? I won't even go there. I think you guys already know. Gator-on housings are a different tolerance, and they can be kind of fragile sometimes. I don't know why, but I feel like it's per switch. TTC is hit and miss. I would not say they're better than Gator-on, because I, out of personal experience, just lubed a whole batch of TTC XPTs. These were lubed. All right? Some legitimately were bone dry. Some had some lubricant on them. Some had too much. It just felt like a Gator-on switch, where it just felt like the machine wasn't spitting out lube properly or something. They're awful. They need to be lubricated. So I wouldn't trust TTC has never had a great track record for me for lubricants, so I'm on the boat where they need to be lubed no matter what they say on the box. I'm sorry, guys. I'll solder. TTC don't need to... Well, the new TTC XPTs don't need to be filmed. I don't think I've ever filmed a TTC switch. I actually don't even mind the stock springs. Stock springs are great. Filming... What filming does is it closes up some gaps or weird tolerances that happen when you crack open a switch, which is to reduce housing wobble, which can technically give you a feeling of reducing some stem wobble. Yeah, I don't think more modern stuff needs to, with the exception of Cherry. Like MX2As, I consider a modern remake of a Switch. Gator-on housings, for the most part, I still feel like I need to use films. But every other brand, I don't think I've ever used one. Maybe some B-Sun stuff. And then some of the new stuff. I don't know. Actually, I don't even know if this is considered new. But SP Star stuff I've always had to film. It's a name you don't hear too often, though. You know what I mean? MX2As don't need lube, no? A lot of people told me to use them dry. It's a different sound signature. When people say they're using MX2As dry, they're usually spring swapping and lubing the spring. Or oiling the spring. So I think it's a bit of a catch-22 there. You still have to do some work. There was a time you were into Franken switching, right? What did you find were the best? Oh, so Franken switching, I don't think I need to do much anymore because brands like HMX have so much variety in materials, which is why you sometimes would Franken switch, because you like the material of one top and a material of another bottom. But like back in the day, everything. Anything you could Franken switch, I would. I still do it from time to time, though. Every now and then, if I have some switches that I don't love, I'll Franken switch them, see what I can do. I've made some pretty cool stuff. You know? 9 minutes until I can read your chat in Discord? Or are you making an account or something? Truth is, even if a switch is lubed adequately, I always end up modding them, so I prefer unlubed switches. I am with you on that. You are all good, operator. There were tangerine Franken switches. What were they called? Creamsicles? I think that was the more popular one for tangerines. It was using cream... I actually don't remember. Cream stems, I think? Creamsicles were elite. Oh, yo, Schwinn, what's up, dude? I still have a batch or two somewhere. I have a batch somewhere hidden away as well. I think I have them on one of my OG sonnets too, which is funny. Best Nixie mods? Different spring. I like filming them, and I also like using 205. I actually have not tried Nixies with 204 yet. I have a batch coming from Mr. Bowl that I ordered, so I will try some 204, although what I most likely think is going to happen is just they're going to be slightly scratchier, and kind of what happens with 204s. They don't get as smooth. I love 204. It's been my favorite lubricant. No shoddy? Dude, I did. I ordered some. I did. I ordered... Oh, shit. Did I order 900? I think I might have ordered 900. I don't remember now. So we're going to be using Nixies quite a bit. Yeah. Dude, I build a lot of keyboards. 900 goes in like 9 keyboards sometimes. That's a week and a half sometimes, dude. You know, the last time I ordered MX2As, I ordered 5,000, and they're almost done, and that was like the beginning of the year. Yeah, dude. And then I have to sit there and lube them all, and they're not like they're cheap. Mr. Moneybags? Well, it's for stream. Stream and sometimes client builds. Very rarely do I use those for client stuff, though. Crazy flex? I don't think that's a flex, though. That's how I showcase the boards for you guys. No, Shy, those are not for the store. I think I've only sold like 6 batches of MX2As all year. It's for keyboards. For modding things, for a stream. So, I mean, I feel like I've told you guys this before, but like a lot of what happens with stream is subs and stuff go towards making sure that I have enough things for building prototype keyboards. Because companies are not paying for me buying switches, or they're not always sending me switches. So what I do is I have certain switches in which I know I like Gatoron Milky Yellows, MX2As. Those are the two, usually. And then a bunch of parts that I'll purchase so I can make sure we have good switches that I know and feel comfortable with on stream. That's a lot of the times what like donations go towards, subs go towards, is just making sure we have those things to give us better, I guess, views on a keyboard. It's a tax write-off, sure, but you don't get much back, man. So the way tax, to kind of like, again, give you guys like an insight on stuff. If I spend $5,000 on cherry switches, I can put it as a tax write-off. You don't get a whole hell of a lot back, though. You still pay money. But it's not like you're getting free. Yeah, you get it maybe $200 back. Maybe. On a good day. You're not getting a whole hell of a lot. It's not like you're saving 10% or something. Maybe a little bit more than 200, actually. Maybe it's like 250. I've done the math once, but it's not crazy amounts, dude. Switch sales is for the love of the hobby. Oh, you mean selling switches as a vendor? Okay, let me quickly wash my hands. Alrighty. What products do vendors make the most profit on? I think it depends on the vendors, but I would assume keyboard sales. No, I'm gonna properly. I just wanted to quickly rinse them. I usually properly wash my hands with like a special soap afterwards. Not right now though. I don't like the way my hands feel after that. They get super dry. All right, let's put this in the case. And then the other thing we're gonna have to do is put these little O-rings. Margins aren't really that great. I would assume probably some keyboards, but even keyboards aren't huge margins. Like, they're not standard margins you'd find at like a retail store. This. Yeah, this is a top mount. Oh gosh. Old school burger mount, which is you put a little O-ring in between the screw and the plate, or the top frame and the plate here. And you have to carefully lay it down. Thank you, I appreciate the bless. If anything, vendor merch and accessories probably have the best margins. Oh yeah, dude, even like, yeah, I guess technically even for me, like when I merch stuff like sweaters and shirts and stuff are probably like the best. But yeah, like keyboard things depends. Did I get everything here? I did, okay. Now the nerve-wracking part. Dude, I want a large cork desk pad. It's so hard. Like I spoke to Mike about it and even some other brands and stuff about like trying to like source cork things. It just doesn't, you have to ship them flat and then the shipping just costs so much money, dude. So unfortunately, that's the hang up with doing these larger orders for cork. Because I ordered cork stuff that was large, but it comes rolled up, and dude, it just will not unroll properly. It's awful. What bottom case material is on your Jade Neo 80CU? I think I had copper. I don't have that board anymore, but I think it was copper. Remember the Optica you signed for me? Do you think GMK Diner would look good on them? Was that the green Optica? Man, I really don't remember what color that was. If that was the green, I don't know. Oh, hold on. I noticed a little issue here. The USB-C is not in the right spot. I knew this was too easy to throw in. All right, let's see. Did these shift around at all? This one did. This is gonna be such a pain in the ass. Get out of there, screw. Some of them shifted. Okay, I don't want you guys to see the back of my head, so let me just adjust these a smidge. We're good. Screw this in now. Desk mat shipping is bad all the time. Yep. Plus they're heavy too, right? Like desk pads with silicone bottoms get really heavy the larger they are. So you'd be surprised on how much that shit costs. I still hate how I paid $20 for 2 Corkies. Yeah. That's why desk pads aren't a big thing for vendors anymore, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. A lot of people just can't justify shipping costs, which I totally get. So vendors just have really taken a step back from like doing that. Imagine having an Alexotos official signed Corky. No way you guys would want that. I'd rather have a Corky signed by all you guys. If, by the way, I can do it. I'm not sure I can, but I'm going to hope. I'm hoping to have a bunch... I don't know who's coming to the Toronto, Canada meetup in July. Oh my gosh, the screw. But I'm hoping to have a whole bunch of switches modded to hand out to you guys as space bars. And then I'll be bringing the schemas to that as well. Oto's body pillow? Oh my gosh. Dude, permission to join Discord? You shouldn't need it. You should just be able to join, operator. No, on the way, Drudge. If you type in ! Discord, I think there's an invite that should just like allow you to join in. We are all good. O-rings are good and in place. Boom. Now we can screw the keyboard together. I'm Jelly. I want to see Schema in person, but I'm in Singapore. Bull will also have them at KeyCon. But yes, and then I will be bringing them to Toronto. If it doesn't let you in, try closing Discord and opening up again. Yeah, and I think, based off of Discord's more recent stuff too, operator, man, I don't remember the settings I put since it's been a while, but I think you have to have like a phone number registered to your account to make sure you're not like a bot or something like that. Because, you know, bot accounts can just like mass make accounts and then spam Discords. It's like verification security stuff. Is Pantheon going to be a vendor for C? I think we have most of the vendors listed on the website now. I have to do some updates, which I haven't had a chance to do today, but I will be doing later tonight. So I should get them tomorrow, but I think I'll be streaming it on, I want to say Tuesday? Just because I don't know what time tomorrow they're supposed to come. All right, now, which keycaps am I putting on this bad boy? I kind of want to try a new set. Well, hold on. Before we spam GMK stuff, I have something else Bull sent me. Let me see where it is. I don't know if this is the full set, though. If this has like a numpad in it. Buff Bride? Let me just make sure this is a numpad. It's ABS from Creative. Yeah, it's ABS though, which is like, I'm super curious. I think MTNU would be sick on this. I just don't have an MTNU set. This is the only... Oh, is this really the only ABS cap set? You know, I'm more curious now. But I don't know if there's a numpad in here. Bull asked if I wanted to check it out. So this was sent over by Bull as a disclosure. But I don't know how good this base kit is. Can you share your playlist? This is a playlist that is not really set. It's kind of just on random, but it's on stream... Or sorry, Epidemic Sound. It's just... jazz, basically. Smooth jazz. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? A very light... Well, not really, actually. It's lacking the blue tones. It kind of looks like Dracula a little bit. So how are... Ooh, these are thick. Oh yeah, these aren't bad. Double shot. Look at these. So, Cap's first ABS set. Not bad. The enter key, shift key looks good. So the F and the T are connected there though. I don't know if that's like a bother to some people. Letters look good though. On this mold. Very crisp legends. Not bad, not bad. Not great, but not bad on the shift. Yeah, I mean, I don't, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the F and the T being connected like that, but it's better than them being different sizes. Cool, and then we'll check out the novelties here in a second too. Underside of the caps look good. They're pretty thick. And it looks like the sprue, I don't know if this is going to bother some people, the sprue is on the bottom. So on GMK caps, the sprue is at the back over here, and you see this kind of like nipple. And the sprue is over here on these, which I don't love, to be honest. That kind of does bug me. It's on the back, but you probably won't ever see this, to be fair. The GMK one is 100% cleaner. 1010%. But again, I don't mind this. Let's put it on, see what it looks like. If it's on the back, it's okay. Yeah, it's on the back and on the bottom. I know some people actually don't like the GMK sprues. But again, it's on the back, so you never really notice. Probably not the best board with brass to test this on, but it would be cool to see what these sound like. I just learned the word sprue. How much are these? I don't know. Bull never actually told me. I just kind of like, he just said, hey, do you want to look at a set? Let me go double check. Let me see. So the base kit is 80 bucks. Not bad for ABS base kit. Not bad. Yeah, I can definitely. I don't know if I want to use this board as the AB comparison though, Pancake. I feel like maybe we should do it on like my Manta or something. And maybe we should just wait until another stream for that. Yeah, this had numpad. I saw on the other layer over here. I mean, already better packaging than GMK for sure. But I mean, does that take much these days? I'm not sure. Feeling wise, these are pretty smooth. I don't know how much I love the feeling of these. I think maybe I'm kind of getting used to this, the roughness of the DCS keycaps, but still nice. How will I have mashed potatoes for dinner? Oh, true. If you don't have GMK, how do you eat? Feels very, very similar to Kikobo. Very smooth. It's a cool set, actually. It's like a very light Dracula. It's like Dracula meets 2Z. Oh, this is in the wrong one here. They're going on nice on the cherries. They don't feel loose at all. I don't think I can pull these up with my fingers right now, so that's good. Stem tightness is nice. The typeface, I don't know if this is like the cherry font, but it actually doesn't look too bad. We'll use Bard today, fuck it. Hello? Is this the same packaging DCS panels comes in? The tray looks really familiar. It might be. Honestly, I feel like all these trays for the alternative brands now kind of look similar, so. Mod pipe. Ain't no way, brother. Ain't no way. Double B? Macaroon, thank you so much. I appreciate the tier 1, man. Hey, how you doing? How is life? How are things? Okay, the only thing I don't love is the small little arrow keys. I will admit, I think I kind of prefer how large the ones on GMK stuff is. But these are kind of cute. I guess. Maybe a little too cute. Almost as cute as me? You're the cutest. No one can take that away from you, my friend. Alex, why don't we have nicknames in Discord? Because someone ruined it for us. There were too many people being very rude. So unfortunately, we had to take that away. Wow, that's a lot of space bars for the base kit. That is not bad at all. Alright, let's put this together here. I love that when anyone subs to it, you generally seem grateful. Thank you, dude. I honestly don't believe you guys want to even spend money here half the time on subbing. So it's always kind of a shock. And I am extremely grateful that you guys even want to do that. So I really appreciate it. I want to set my Discord to my Twitch, but I can't. Yeah, so someone... I feel like not... I don't really want to get into this story, but... Someone essentially... How can I word this? They essentially... Scooped FNJ. In a second here. Someone joined the Discord at one point and was kind of teasing other people through nicknames. Among other people, adding like weird racist shit to it. So, unfortunately, it's really hard to moderate when people can just change their nicknames all willy-nilly. So at this point here, we just basically stopped doing it. I think Insty probably can set it for you if you really want. But yeah, it wasn't like it was done in like a... F this kind of way. It was done in a people taking advantage of it type thing, so I apologize. 0. The hot pink accent is Chef's Kiss. One sec, guys. Let me just quickly check something for... I see my stream has dropped frames. Hold on one second. Stream has dropped frames. Hold on one sec. That's me. One sec. Just realized you're using AirPods instead of IEMs. Yeah. The IEMs were causing me to feel very, you know when you feel underwater and you feel very congested? I was starting to feel like that, so I just decided that it wasn't worth having it anymore. You know? Okay. So I ended up just getting rid of it. Definitely needs more breaks with IEMs. Yeah, having them constantly plugged into my ear was getting like overwhelming. Operator, did you get into Discord okay? Hope you did. It's the wrong page too. This one. A custom pyramid? I think it would end up being kind of the same thing where I would feel a little bit disoriented using it. Negative? Alright, don't worry about Discord then, operator. How about you just send me an email? We can talk via there. I think that would be the most ideal way. It's on my website if you need. Print, scroll, let's do this. Yeah, I don't like that feeling of feeling like I'm underwater or just, I don't know. It makes me lose my senses in a way. It's a cool set, actually. And then here are the, I don't know if I'm going to put these on. Interesting. Here are some of the, I'm not a big fan of these. The novelties. I don't really understand what this set's for or based around, but I don't like the way those look. The good thing about IEMs is that I hit endgame really fast. It's true, you can just, you know what to buy. This is my doubt if I have the brain power for this. Dude, honestly, I've had that same feeling sometimes. Chat, I'm feeling... It's a big word now. Magnanimous today. If you want a name change to Discord, drop me a message in general. There you guys go. Insty saying it. Oh, is this a Final Fantasy? I don't know. Let me see, actually. Let me see if this is based off of something that I'm not realizing. Cap Buff Bride. Inspired by a certain blonde, spiky-haired mercenary who must cross-dress in order to save his childhood best friend? Oh, maybe this is an anime or something? I don't know. No, I don't think this is Final Fantasy. Is it? It's Final Fantasy VII? Bro, I don't remember Final Fantasy. Is it? I don't remember, man. Listen, man, I stopped playing Final Fantasy on X2. Alright? That's the last Final Fantasy I played. Did Cloud have to cross-dress for that? I don't remember. Bull is here? Hi, Bull. It's the early section where you cross-dressed? I don't remember that at all. God damn. The Don Corneo segment? Fuck, do not remember that, dude. Alright. Let's see how this sounds now. And then let's save the cross-testing for GMK for another day. Let's see this Insty. I mean, it kind of brings back a memory, but I really don't remember. MX2A's brass plate. Drift Mechanics Austin. I mean, dude, for a brass plate, this sounds very good. Like, this is excellent for brass. There's always going to be resonance with brass with top mount. There's nothing you can do. But I'm very... I mean, dude, you know what? Now I'm actually curious to see. This keycap set sounds phenomenal as well. So let's try it on this board. Let's put the 7U. Let's take it out one more time. Let's put a few on this and see how it sounds versus, I guess, the GMK on Manta. So... Buff Manta. Pause. Maybe am I not hearing a difference? Oh gosh, come Not at all. Hold on a second. Holy, that's locked into this stabilizer. Okay, I need to go back now, and I'm going to record this part of the stream, and then play them back side by side, but a smidge deeper. Overall, not crazy different in sound, though. I almost want to say, is this spacebar thicker than a GMK spacebar? Oh no, they look almost identical. Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe this is a smidge thicker. Look at this. Yeah, look. Bull has the dimensions there too. It's a 1.7 mil versus 1.5. That's probably why this feels a bit more substantial and deeper, because this is a thicker spacebar. That's not bad. It's not necessarily good or bad. Like, it's thicker, so it's going to have a different sound, but damn. I've been out of the hobby for a while, so the first thing I see when opening up Twitch. Are you coming back into the hobby? Also, sorry if I missed some messages today, guys. Damn, Manta sounds so good, though. Guys, I'm really sick of looking at the Manta like this, though. Can I be real with you guys? Can I change back my keycaps? You like the spacebar on the Manta? I mean, this sounds really good. Prices have gone down. They have gone down substantially. Today is the Sunday stream. Yes, Sniper. Actually, let's put this back now. Well, I mean, that was cool. Is Cap making more ABS stuff, Bull? Do you know? They should. This is nice. $80 is not a bad price point, too, for a good set. Dude, I'm having keycaps all over the fucking place at this point. Hold on. I have some over here. Here, we'll use this random gray one. I don't know. I don't even know why I made this a redeem. It's only 50,000 too. I'm not sure. Cap Santa Lum would be the next one I have on my mind. I hope they make another ABS set. Anyways, guys. Now my Menta's looking hella ugly. I'm always afraid to ask, but is there something Split or Alice that looks like the ATX KB512? There was a few polycarbonate Alice boards. I don't know if they're still around. I don't remember all the names of all the polycarbonate Alice boards, other than like what? The polycarbonate Dolus or whatever. But fuck, there was a few more, I just don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't really remember all the names. But yes, there has been stuff that looked like that for Atlas boards. We need a round 2 Manta. Perhaps next year. And then Bull will have some extras soon-ish. But alright though, guys. That is pretty much the stream. Operator, if you're still there and want to chit-chat, probably just send an email if you can't figure out Discord stuff. It should just be as simple as click and join. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Oh, do the Unk test. You're right. Can you link that again, Insty? I think I closed it. Oh no, it's open. I'll do the Unk test really quick. Let's do the Unk test since that's, well, I guess the thing here. Okay. But is this gonna be like is this gonna be one of those things that actually makes no sense? I've asked someone what Unk means. Okay, I have not done that. I've asked with a straight face with what 6-7 means. That's not fair though, bro. On fleek, no. I've said kids these days out loud and meant it. bet is a wager. No. I've called someone cool beans. No. Fuck says cool beans. I don't think anyone my age is saying cool beans, bro. YOLO in a real conversation? Nope. No. I use Facebook seriously and check it daily. Okay, but does this count for me because I do social media and I have to take it serious? Does that actually count? That doesn't count. That can't count. No, man, that doesn't count. Counts Unk? Nah, bro, it can't count. There's a section for work too, so yes. Fine, fuck. I watch TikToks on my phone browser instead of the app? No. Please, I try to not watch TikToks. I don't understand any current trends and have stopped trying? No. Post long captions stacked with hashtags? I share Minions memes? No. I comment amen on strangers' posts? No. I use LinkedIn for personal life updates? Nope, I don't even have a LinkedIn account anymore. Well, I just don't use it. Tag people in posts they're already in? I don't even understand that. I forward articles to my whole family chat? No, I don't even have a family chat. I leave reviews for restaurants based on parking? No. I only just recently got my license. I reply okay with a period when I don't see the issue. Okay, question. Actually, no, never mind. I was going to say when I'm mad at people sometimes, I do like okay with period. I do punctuation when I'm upset. Does that matter? Does that count? No, right? I don't do it on a daily basis. That's only when I'm upset. Yeah, okay. I use full punctuation and capitals in every text. Nope. My main reaction is to messages is thumbs up. No, I sign my text with my names even to my kids. That's not Unk. That's older than Unk though, doing that shit, bro. I send voice notes longer than 1 minute. No, I use the emoji as my default. The crying emoji? No, I do GIFs. That's my thing. That's probably more Unk. I use ellipses. No, I don't do that. Note it. No, I write LOL when I'm not laughing out loud. No, I've actually complained about this. I don't do that. I forward jokes I got via SMS in 2009. Huh? How are you gonna say, like, how are you gonna go back to like when things were actually trending? That's not fair though. I don't think I've done that, but that's actually not fair. That's stupid. That's like saying like I wore shoes, like this particular shoes when they were popular in this year. I take a photo of my screen instead of using a screenshot. Sometimes when I'm feeling hella lazy on my Windows computer and I don't feel like alt-tabbing out of a game, I've done that. Dude, I'm telling you right now, let me explain the reasoning. What game were we playing? Hold on 1 second. We were playing Arc Raiders, and every time I would alt-tab to go deal with the screenshot afterwards, operator, thank you so much for the tier 1, man, love you, buddy, my game would freeze. So eventually we just gave up, and we were just using our phones to take pictures. All right? It was just easier. That's it. I email files to myself to move them between devices. Does it count if I drop files in Discord to my girlfriend to move them between devices? Does that still count? It's not an email, though. That's not email, technically. Dude, I'm telling you, this is not Unk stuff. This is just because you don't have enough drive space. What is Unk about this? That's stupid. Even though I technically kind of do that on a different device, that's stupid. That sounds so Unk. Whatever. I have an emotional relationship with my printer. Yeah, I fucking hate it. Does that count? I asked my teenager, I don't have a teenager. I keep all my passwords written in a notebook. Nope, and you could probably never do that. I type with 2 fingers. This is why Insty fucking wanted me to do this, bro. This is why. He literally was probably waiting for this particular question. Yeah. My phone brightness is set to 100% at all times. Notes set to auto. No. No. I wear skinny jeans? No. I'm generally confused by ankle socks versus crew socks. I don't get this question, so I guess I'm generally confused. I understand that younger people think that ankle socks are for old people, but I'm sorry, ankle socks are much better. Fuck anyone who thinks that otherwise. I'm not dealing with that shit. I show up business casual at the casual events. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I tuck t-shirts into jeans without irony. No. I own multiple polo shirts. No. I own cargo shorts. No. I wear New Balances. Yeah, I wear New Balances. But that's kind of the cool thing to do. I don't care what anyone says. I wear socks with sandals. I don't even have sandals. I have a fanny pack. Yup. I wear a watch every single day. I do not. Dude, I'm telling you, New Balances are not unk either. I literally see they're like the hype thing to wear these days. So, I listen to actual radio in the car. Nope. I complain that music was better before. No. I leave concerts. I don't even go to concerts. I think podcasts are just radio you pay for. Nope. Rewatch the same movie. No. I fall asleep to true crime documentaries. No. I've never finished a single anime. Does that make you unk? I only listen to music from one decade. No, I read physical newspaper on weekends. No. Nope. I compare grocery prices per ounce out loud in the aisles. Out loud? That's like a very specific thing. No. I have strong, unprompted opinions about Costco. Fuck. I save cardboard boxes just in case. That's not fair though, bro, because I literally ship things. That's stupid. I complain about delivery fees instead of paying them. In bed before 10 p.m. No. I take multivitamins to remind others to. No. I designed... Okay, this is also not unk. I feel like anyone at any age, when you get accustomed to a certain spot on a family couch, you're going to designate it as your spot. Even as a kid, I would do that. That's just people. Can you guys disagree with me, or unk is coping? I complain about my back. Nope. I plan on my meals on Sunday. Nope. I save plastic bags instead of other plastic bags. I don't, but my girlfriend does. Does that count? I'm outing her here. I guess that kind of counts because I don't argue with it. I feel like this is also just, like, again, nonsense bullshit. I say let's circle back. Nope. Nope. Send calendars for casual. Nope. I'm visibly proud of my spreadsheets. I don't really care about my spreadsheets. Nope. I CC'd my boss for protection. Nope. I print things to review on paper. Nope. I have a distinct work voice. Maybe when I first started working, but not anymore. I arrived to 10 minutes. I'm going to just say this. No, I don't have a stream voice. I will say this. Being on time to me is a respect thing. I don't think this has anything to do with age. I genuinely think, like, I'm dead set on my way on this. If you can't show people respect by just being on time for things, then I think you're, like, I'm sorry, like, I think that's kind of shitty. So for me, this is not really being unk, this is respect. Early is on time is late. Well, the thing is, like, the reason why people say that, just so people understand too, because I feel like this is a conversation I've had before with people. Being early just means you're being respectful that things could happen, you could be late. That is what early means to me. This is why, like, for work, I try to leave 10 minutes early. Because things half the time happen on transit, on the road, whatever, that makes you just on time. Anyways, my 2 cents on it. I don't use Outlook, no. I use, what's the one I called? Proton? Proton Mail, actually the best. I leave every function before midnight. No, I feel relieved when plans get canceled. Is that unk or is that the... That's not unk. I feel like that's just being introverted, yeah. I bring a jacket just in case. Nope, I avoid clubs. I don't avoid clubs, but I've never been to one. I prefer dinner reservations to bars. Yeah, I guess, but is that unk? Like, I just like food. Whatever. I refuse standing room only events on principle. No. No, it's not. Are these on questions? These are like getting really oddly specific at this point. I ask what time will this end before agreeing to plans. Yeah, but I feel like this is also introverted. I do that too. This is the only probably introverted thing that I do, just so I know what time I should probably leave. And he just sent this for the 2-finger question. I feel like he did. I cancel plans day of regularly. No, I went to, oh, sorry, I missed this one here. No, I judge venues primarily by parking. No. I said back in my day in earnest. Whatever. Final boss behavior? Fuck you. I call strangers buddy? No. I give unsolicited advice at every opportunity? No. I said you'll understand when you... I tell stories that take 20 minutes to land? No. I argue about the thermostat as a hobby? No. I have a favorite hardware store? No. I correct people's grammar out loud? No. I sigh audibly when I stand up? Fuck. I'm the designated admin of the family group chat? No. Is this good? Email me the full report for $2.99. Fuck you. This is crazy, dude. Dishonest? Managed low unk? I'm low unk, right? Okay, low unk risk. That's not bad. There you guys go. Oh, shit, I'm the admin. My family doesn't... Like, when you say family, you're talking about, like, parents, like, brothers, sisters. I don't think we have anything like that. My family was never into group chat stuff. You the grandma? Alright though, guys. Fun. I feel very targeted. I'm getting a little targeted from this thing right now. Everything's monetized, man. Everything is monetized. You want the full report. At least let you do it for free, I suppose. Alright, let's go find someone to raid. Let's go find someone to raid. Why does this keep popping up over here? I see a page, low unk risk. With you, it's not low unk risk. Alex's rise and smile unk with you. Thank you, I appreciate that. Top unk in chat, one love. Yeah, we're all top unks. No, I can't stay for 2 more minutes. I need to go eat something. I have not had lunch. Let's go raid Shark. All right, guys, have a good one. I hope you guys, I don't know, I hope it's not raining or anything where you guys are. Enjoy the rest of your days, all right? Or day, rather than days. Days sounds a little bit ominous. But you guys have a good one. Love you guys. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. You know that's not what I meant. See you guys, and bye-bye.